Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And
I got
tonight,
a new camera. It's not
you digging
really.
it?
Well, it's not
Oh.
a new camera, but you see, it's not like it's zoomed in. But watch this.
Oh my God, that's
It's
Jason
crazy.
Bourne.
No, this is the one that I had lying around forever. I bought it, and it has a fancy little controller with it, which is neat. And I tried to plug it in the first time, and it sounded like the computer was getting ready to take off to Mars because it was like this, it was like pretty much like Red Alert 3. And so I unplugged it. I thought I saw smoke coming out of it, but now I plugged it in. It works. I'm glad too because I was gonna order a new camera because hopefully we hear some good news this week and we'll have the apartment this week, which I was wanting to get a new camera more removed so it'll be a little bit better quality. But this one works, so it's good.
Hell yeah! Well, I don't know if you know this, but when you get a new device for your computer, you gotta take the USB and you gotta dip it in Kentucky jelly.
Yeah, I did.
And then otherwise it takes a while to get started. That's why you heard that. Room.
I played with this mouse button for a little while to get it to go.
Okay.
But it was weird because I was sitting up here like mad at it at first too because I couldn't understand what was wrong with it because when I plugged it in and I tried to start it looked like this. And I was like, God,
I
was like, no, I was like, see, I was like, you're trying to buy something. I was like, here's the problem. It was made in Taiwan. They can't make dick. And then I was like, oh, here it is. It was like like that little thing that goes over top of the screen to hide, like whatever it's called, the shutter thing. That was because the shutter was on. I was like, hey, what's this?
Just when I think you couldn't get any dumber, you do something like this and completely redeem yourself.
Yep, I can get 70 miles to a gallon of this hog.
Tonight, we are going through, finally, our top 10 movies of the year 1996. Maybe the greatest year of film ever.
Could be. It's had some good music. That's for sure. How bizarre.
These films? I know that these 70s, movie historians or what you call serious critics would probably disagree. But for us, it's the mid 90s. That's the best. That's the clitoris of great movies.
Yeah, and it didn't take us a map and forever to find it. It was just there, as like with the clip. But I agree. And by the way,
one of them is real.
I know we don't know which one though. But I was gonna say, just lay this out there, so we have to say it every time. This is not like a definitive list. I know that you guys know that, but there's people that will click on here later on and be like, these guys are such assholes. Oh my God, I cannot believe that they're so arrogant. These are just movies that we watched or that we were like attracted to a lot when we were growing up and that we watched over and over again. There's a movie on here that I just remembered. I'm like, I didn't see that movie until way later. I know that movie came out in 96, but I didn't fall in love with it until way later. So I literally was basing my criteria on movies that I constantly rented or watched in 1996. And I can remember.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I do too. I just pick the movies I like the best. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm not saying that The Glimmer Man is my number one of 1996 and that everyone else has to feel that way, but it could happen.
Fuck!
Come on in. The water's fine.
The reason why I said that was because I totally forgot about the movie.
Well, I've been telling you for like, I don't know, a year or 9
Thank
now.
you for spoiling yours. That was nice.
I'll show you how I do it. It's magical.
Show me the meaning of being lonely. But by the way, also, I did get to see. Yeah, I loved it. I saw Creed, but by the way, I did get to see Creed. That concert. Well, Mike asked me how it was. It was not great, but I was sitting with April, and I didn't want to make her feel any worse than she did.
Not great.
It was awful. It was actually one of the worst concerts I've ever been to. Awful. But no, well, it wasn't.
I don't know if you know this. They don't have water. They're thirsty. They're looking for water.
Because they didn't tap it here. They got it from China. But no, well, then I was there, and where our seats were it's fucking awful, dude. Like
you have the lawn, so you don't have seats.
No, we weren't on the lawn. We actually had seats.
Oh,
yeah, and I thought it was like, they're like normal seats. Like I thought I was going to a fucking orchestra. No, says we. The seat, it's like this, and I couldn't get to. Like, there's no way. You would literally have to, like, that scene in Crocodile Dundee when he walks on people's heads in the subway to get to the girl. That's the only way to get to the seat. So we walked around, and I could see. I didn't care about Finger 11. They were the other. I thought Cedar was playing. It was Finger 11.
I'm not paralyzed. Yeah,
that was the only song that one and one thing. I didn't care about that.
I caught one of their drumsticks once. You can have it if you want.
Yeah, did it catch on fire and say loser when you caught it? But no. Here's the thing. I know one thing in Finger 11. That's our Paralyzer. But I didn't care about seeing them. I did see Three Doors Down. They were great. But we had to walk to the side, and we were looking for us. God, dude, it was so awful because everybody's like staring at you from the lawn. Yeah. It's like you're being like walked down death row. But I walked over, and then April got like some pretzel bites, and then she wound up having food poisoning after that because don't ever buy pretzel bites at a fucking concert.
Not at a Creed concert.
Yeah, never. And so she was sitting there eating it. We were like watching. I was like, I don't know when we're gonna go to our seat. Probably never, but maybe we'll just sit here and chill. Then the security guard, dude, I swear to God, he looked like Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos. He like sauntered over to us and he was like, "Hey, I know you're having your snack and everything like that, but when you're done with that snack, you need to go to your seats."
Hey, he was going to offer to let you finish the snack, which is
Yeah, he was being really nice. And I was like, "Oh, thank you, sir." And then she was like, "Well, I mean," and it wasn't that she was trying to be an ass, but she was trying to, but it was really loud. And she was like, "Well, we can't because the ushers wasn't down where where our seats were, so we don't know where they are. We're just kind of looking." He's like, "All right, no need to be nasty about it. All right, there's gonna be an usher down on either side. You go up to that usher, you ask him where your seat is. They're gonna take you right to it." I'm like, "Thank you, sir." And I was like, "See, stop being fucking nasty. He's trying to say something." No,
did you turn around and be like, no, "Don't you ever go over my fucking head again"?
I think they thought she was drunk because when he walked away. And then he was like this. He like shook his head like this because I was watching it peripheral. Then he walked back and I was trying to tell him, I was like, all he was trying to say is that you can finish your pretzel bites. We're gonna go. And then he walked over and he extended his fucking hand and he shook my hand. He's like that. He's like, "That's what I'm talking about." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I was like, "I'm on your side." So he went back to the seat and there was an usher.
Oh my God, like, were you in trouble for the whole rest of the night?
Dude, she was fucking pissed. No, I was embarrassed. I was like, "You don't gotta be nasty with these people. They're just doing their fucking jobs." And she's like, "I wasn't being nasty." And then later I was like, "Hey, you were right. You were just yelling because it was really loud." But I was like, "I have a voice that could carry. You obviously had to scream at the poor guy's face." But anyway, no, we went down to the seats and the usher was like, "Oh, it's over there." Everybody seemed like they were from fucking, fucking East Coast. They all did. But I was like,
Scott Stapp's family.
Yeah, yeah, they were all chasing fucking hood ornaments later. But they were, but it was like, "It's over there." And I was like, where? I couldn't even fucking see. It was literally in a sea of people. And I was like, I bet we don't even have our fucking seats because we were there after Finger 11 opened. So we were like, because we went to the casino for an hour and a half because I didn't give a fuck about Finger 11, and then because it's right across the street. And
you guys left Riverbend and went across the street?
Yeah, just gamble.
Like you drove across the street?
No, yeah, we drove. Well, what happened was the whole parking situation was nutsos. But you know what Riverbend is? It's like right next to the parking lot of Belterra. Like they're like right next to each other. So what we originally were going to do was park at the Belterra and then go in and gamble for like an hour and a half, on quarter machines, which is what we did. And then we're going to go back when they start with when Three Doors Down started playing. But what happened was the way that they had the parking situation split. As soon as you came in, you had to go one way. We were in the wrong lane and you couldn't get over. So we had to park in the fairground area or whatever the fuck it is, and then walk to the security guard and ask how to get out because we didn't know if we could go down to the exit of the parking lot and get over. But the security guard was like, "You don't want to watch Finger 11?" I'm like, "No, you bitch." I was like, "What are you gay?"
Just one thing.
No, I swear to God, I was like, "What are you gay?" No. She was like, "I'm not really." He's like, "I'm not my thing." And he's like, "All right, well, what are you gonna do?" He's like, somebody's like, it was like that scene in Wayne's World. It's like that security guard had a lot of information. He really did. He had a lot of information. He goes, "What you're gonna do is you're gonna go down this way, take a right, and you're gonna turn a left, and then you're right there." But anyhow. So we went there, and but when we got back, fast forward to when the usher was supposed to get our seat. It's in literally the sea of humanity, and I was like, someone's probably already taken it. I don't feel like fighting because I don't feel like you want to fight because you're going to have to fight the battle for me because I'm not going to get into an argument. Get somebody sitting in our seats.
She might yell at someone with her loud voice.
You don't know. And I was like, and then so we were like, wind up, we got to see Three Doors Down from the side while she was eating her pretzel bites. And I didn't know the lead singer was into Jesus, but apparently he is. He was like, "I want everybody here to say it. I am worthy of Jesus' love."
The Figure 11 guy did that?
No, the fucking Three Doors Down lead singer. And he grew and I'm like, when the fucking shit did this happen? Get on your knees and tell me you love me. But no, I don't know. That's something that it makes sense because Creed.
Blessed are they who come to my supper.
Well, it was weird because Cody was like, "Well, he didn't used to be, or he always kind of had that." I was like, I don't remember any of their songs being Christian oriented.
They played at one of like RNC conventions. It probably happened there. They got baptized.
Well, he probably met a preacher at the Y, and things happened in the dark.
I seem to be struck by it.
But no, so I got to see that, and then Creed, awesome. I mean, Scott Stapp sounds exactly like he does, but we left at because they were like, it's better to leave it like when they start playing higher to get out of the parking lot. And I didn't care.
My God. Dude, you're actually like giving me fucking GERD right now.
I listened. First off, I've heard higher a million fucking times, and it wasn't even my idea to live. Yeah, I did hear it live. I've heard it on the fucking TV before.
I'm gonna hire.
Let me talk. So I got to hear What If. I got to hear What If live, which was awesome. I got to hear all their other great songs live. And by the way, they also play fucking Bullets, which I don't even know what the fuck that is. I never even heard that song. That song sucks. And I was like, they opened with this shit? They could have opened with Arms Wide Open. They played, so they had.
Nobody would open with a slow song. I'm sorry.
Yes, they would.
No,
you should have seen what he was wearing. He looked
open
like,
with What If.
Well, he looked like he was down for candlelight dinner, so he should have opened with it. So what he was wearing, but
he was going to Bible study afterwards.
He looked like a youth pastor, a little bit like a rock and roll youth pastor, with
but like the one with the bedazzled jeans that tries to be hip.
He had leather pants on and like a big cross thing with bejewels on it. But I was like, yeah, that's like a youth pastor. That's cool. But no, anyway. So all those songs were good, and she wanted to hear one live, and then but here's the thing, it was already a fucking car wreck. Like, this whole experience had already got to a point where it was car wreck city. Because did
you guys ever get to your seats?
Fuck no, I had to.
What were you doing?
I walked over to where they were letting people in past the yard or the lawn, and I just stood there like I was looking around for somebody so I could watch the fucking concert without being told to go find my seat, because I couldn't get to it. So eventually they like, we had to go back. So we just sat on those where they, outside the pavilion where they have all those restaurants, and I just had to watch it on the big screen. I could hear them though. But,
God damn it, man!
Well, you know what? It's an experience that I get to put down. It is what it is. She felt awful, and I felt bad because she didn't know what it was like. I was like, it would have been better for us to have just got on the fucking yard.
Well, that's the thing. Like, at one of those concerts, like you should have taken me with you. You should have taken me to Secret Read with you.
You were supposed to go. You said no.
Well, no, we had to go to St. Louis right after the Blink show, but like you gotta get in there, dude. You just gotta be like, hey, my seats are over there. Sorry.
It was literally, there was literally no way. It was like into the pits of hell itself. Like, in Dante's Inferno, it's like abandon hope, all ye that enter here. That's what it was like. If I'd gone in there, I never was coming out. But anyway, she felt, but at the end of the day, we didn't win any money at the casino either. So whatever. It was a nice tied up bowl of shit with a bow on it. And I like that.
A fucking beady weedy concert.
Dude,
how many how much
like
money did you spend? How much did you
at the casino?
Yeah,
$120. It was just on quarter machines.
That's the worst.
No. Yeah. We only took money out of the safe. We have some savings set away, but it wasn't like anything like we couldn't replace. But I didn't even get a fucking play because she wanted to walk around. Dude, she gets like fucking violent when she's gambling. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this person? Because she got like mean about it. Because I was like, let me play. Because we were just taking 20s out. And probably I felt so fucking poor, but we were. And I was like, can I play? And she's like, no, God, I'm playing right now. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sit here like an asshole and drink my fucking drink and look like a weirdo hanging over your shoulder. Like, how
turns into Carlton.
I did. No, dude, I look like fucking like I went to the bar. I got me the Coors Lights, all they had on tap. I look like fucking Randy Quaid from when Vegas Vacation, walking around just like being like, I ain't seen a beat like that since the whatever. And she was sitting there like playing. She had an Oktoberfest, which I hadn't seen her drink in a long fucking time. She had it. That was too much for her. No, it was Angry Orchard. And she was like,
did she get a little tipsy?
Dude, fuck. I mean, I was like, God. And then she got mean and slapped me in the face and told me that she fucking hated me and she was cheating on me. It was a crazy night. No, she didn't feel that. But no,
so that's why she doesn't drink.
I was like, and that's why you've been saying my wiener is small. But no, at the end of it was actually she just it was just a little tipsy. But yeah, she would. I got to play once, and God, dude, have you been to Belterra in a while?
No, but last time I was there, it smelled like broken dreams and cigarettes.
It still smells like broken dreams and cigarettes, but you can't actually smoke cigarettes anymore. And they downsized that. It looked like a goddamn flea market with slot machines.
Oh, did they make it smaller?
Yeah, dude, they fucking took and all the high roller slots now are like the $1 and $2. Like back in hey, you can tell the economy's fucked. That's considered high rolling now. All that's all been separated to high rollers, and everything else is like 50-cent and 25-cent machines. But that's what she wanted to do.
They used to keep that shit in the basement for the old people.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I said there should be 2 floors. Like the escalator would take you down to where it was like you knew everybody down there had tried their luck to touch Lady Liberty's tit. And they all fell short of the glory. And they were
still looking for the magical glitters.
Yeah, they were down in the basement because, like, with all the other fucking losers, they were like mortgaging their house, betting on the 50-cent machines to get back upstairs. But upstairs had all the $2, $1 machines. The high roller machines were like $100 spins, and those were like only a few of them that were set in the back. But now all the $1, $2, $5, $10 slots are on it, and they don't even have $100 spin anymore. I never played those.
If I was at that concert with you all, I would have been filled with so much anxiety. I would have popped. Like I gotta get to my fucking seat. I gotta watch this. I gotta see the bands. I gotta fucking. So we almost had something like that. We went to Blink the night before Ellie's first concert. By the way, scary because when we walked in, Pierce the Veil was playing, and we had pretty good seats. Like they were closer than we thought. And you get there, and Pierce the Veil's really loud. They're a semi-metal band, And it was Ellie's first concert, and she goes in, and we brought these special headphones for her, but we hadn't put them on her head yet. And we're walking in, and dude, immediate tears, like it shocked her system. So she started crying. So we're like, oh my God, and I'm thinking this is going to be a nightmare. But we put her headphones on. She bucked up real quick, and she was great. And when Blink came on, dude, she lost her mind. It was awesome. She was dancing on the seat, and the people in front of us.
This wasn't her first concert.
Not MJ's, but it was Ellie's first concert.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because she's 8. So, but like. And the people in front of us were super sweet. They're like, can she see? It was awesome. Blink was fucking great. They were amazing. It was great. The only problem I had was and that's the one thing that you want to do maybe next time is get seats on the end.
That's what Cody told me to do. Because my anxiety was through the fuck. I was like, I cannot sit in the middle of this shit. I cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. So and if I was there, I would have been like, no, you guys got to get up. We're over there. But like in this case, we were only 4 seats over, but there was just this guy and his girlfriend. And he's sitting there, and I could tell he'd been there all day because he got one of the rolled up posters, which they only have 50 of them. So he'd been sitting there all day long to get this poster. And he's sitting there with all of his merch in his lap. And he's like just sitting there watching the band like this. Like he came for the merch, not to like enjoy the shit. Yeah. And like we walk in and they have to stand. The seats are narrow, so they have to stand up to let us in. It's just him and his girlfriend and then us, and then everybody else is cool. But we got up to get a drink after we found our seats. All right, let's go get a drink now. And as soon as we first got up, he was like,
it's like, I just like, you should be like hashtag drive by.
No, this isn't do I give you the ass or the crotch? But and the second time I was like, all right, well, she had to after Pierce the Veil was done, we wanted to get up so they could go pee. Yeah. And so the girls could pee before Blink or whatever. So we get up, and dude, this time he was like,
how old was he?
He was like my age. He was like my age. But him and his girlfriend was all quiet, and she was like, and we were like, excuse us, sorry. And like, we were nice about it. But I thought there was going to be a problem there, but there wasn't, because we didn't leave again during the whole Blink show. You got to replenish your apple juice, it's important, but we were good. We were set there, but Blink was great. That was awesome. They made so many jokes about Kentucky. It was funny. Mark was like, right before a song, he was like, this song's about Seabiscuit. And Tom called us called him Tennessee like twice on purpose, and everybody booed. It was funny. But he was Tom was drunk, and he was like, so I said some shit tonight. He was like, and I'm looking out, and there's a lot of little kids here. It's like, so I'd like to say I apologize, but I drank a couple extras. He's like, so I'm probably gonna say some more fucked up shit.
It's like Matt Steven was better. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. I'm drunk. No, well, here's the thing. Also, I meant to tell you. Well, yeah, 100%. I should have got in seats, and that's what even Cody told me. And I was thinking, I was like, fuck, I should have got that. But and she got it back in like last October or last whatever. So there were plenty of seats. It sold out, by the way. There's like 20,000 people there. But yeah, but the what was it? Oh, I actually have never had. Like, I actually got dick shy in the bathroom. That's never happened. Like literally, like I couldn't pee. Because what happened? Because first off, I was already a nervous wreck from not being able to get a seat. That man had talked to April in a way that he was very deserving, and I was like, talking to. She's. And I was like, I should. In my head, I was like, I should have said something. I was like, nah, I did the right thing. I should have said. But to be fair, and again, I wasn't like obviously he didn't call her a bitch or anything, but I mean he was like she was shouting at him, and he was like right here, but he couldn't hear anything. And she's like a girl, so it was like harder for her. Her octave level's not that high. She doesn't sound like Rosie O'Donnell after 3 packs of cigarettes. But anyway, so I was sitting there, and this guy came in. Everybody was having a great time. I do. By the way, goddamn, those fucking apple juices are so fucking expensive there. So goddamn expensive.
They're like, $20 at Rupp.
What? Because they were 13, and I was getting pissed.
Yeah, they were.
No, I was like, and by the way, we were like fucking dumbasses, dude. We stood in this line when we got inside the gate. And to get apple juices, and we were in that line for like 25 minutes. I felt like I was getting ready to go on like a roller coaster that everybody wanted to go on, and it was called apple juice rides. But I got up there and I got it, and then we walked over, and they had dedicated fucking apple juice stands that were like lines were short. I'm like fucking shit. So we just waited 25 minutes right there. Anyway, so I was in the bathroom, had to go take tinkles, and this dude walked in. I mean, it was like an assembly line. Everybody was just going straight to the urinals. But it was fucking wall-to-wall wieners. Wall-to-wall wieners. And I've never had it where my elbows were hitting someone else. And yeah, I might have looked at 3 or 4 dicks, but that's not a big deal. I might have licked my lips, but again, that's not gay because I was with Brooke.
You start panting like a dog.
Yeah, I was like, something was happening. I don't know. I was like, why is this getting hard? I'm trying to pee. But but this guy walked in and I was trying to pee. And we were like holding each other's wieners, but I was trying to pee, right? And I'm staring at the wall. And this dude walked in and goes, I will suck every dude's dick in here right now for a urinal. I was like, oh my God. And
So you did it, right?
I did it, and then I gave him the urinal, but I had to still pee, so then I had to go to another bathroom. Anyway, dude, it was crazy. And then I didn't know that I was wearing these pants, and the zippers kind of broke on them because April, I've had to like, she had to put like glue on it to get the zipper to, because the zipper was broke, so my fly was open constantly. Well, as it were, because as if not things were going good enough, went out there and my fucking zipper was broke again. Right, so now my fly is like
with arms wide open.
Yeah, so wiener was wide open this time, and I was sitting there, and she had to go to the restroom, and I was sitting there, she looked like fucking Mr. B. I had my hands in my pockets, and I was just like leaning against the wall, like trying to look cool as people walked by, and someone they were like laughing, dude, because the fucking zipper was like, it's reflective, like the metal was reflecting off the highlights, and they could clearly see the pimple was open for business. And I was just leaning there, like showcasing it, and then I had to like turn around really quick and like hide myself against the wall and look like I was jacking it, dude, because I was like trying to pull up the fucking zipper.
Just leave your zipper down, man. I mean, as long as you don't have to flap.
I didn't want to get thrown out. I didn't know what, and then I finally got it up. That's what she said. But then, that was like, I don't know, dude.
Story of my life.
Yeah, dude. Like, no, it really was. Dude. I was like, this could be a fucking comedy. This could be Detroit Rock City Part 2.
Yeah, I texted you at like 11 o'clock. I was drunk. I was in St. Louis drunk, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah." You called me pal, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like,
"How's the concert, pal?"
No, I know, but I'm not your truck friend, dude. You're like, "How's the concert, pal? You doing all right there, buddy?" How?
Dave's response was so like,
Mike was like
so monochrome and like milquetoast. He was like, it wasn't that great. It probably could have been better, but it was an okay time. I think I might have enjoyed it.
I was drunk too. But I wasn't calling you pal. Like you were my bowling buddy from 1980.
I say pal all the time.
No, I know, but I was your bowling buddy from 1982. Hey, pal, we going out tonight? But no, but overall, I did enjoy it because it was a unique experience, and nobody got hurt, nobody got into a fight. I don't know. I kind of like enjoy those memories that you get tucked away because you always remember that.
Yeah,
but I was.
Did Creed sound good though? Like, did he sing?
They were fucking awesome. No, he's had a great. Like Scott Stapp sounded dead on. Scott Stapp. I mean, there's no lip syncing going on here. Three Doors Down. They played all their good ones. Like all their good ones.
Did they play? Did Creed play? I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking.
They played every song. Like I said, I didn't know Bullets. I didn't know that song or Bullet or whatever. I didn't know that one. But they had a couple of them that I didn't know. But they had the last song they were going to play was Higher, and then they had an encore. Which was the encore was Arms Wide Open, and I can't remember the other one, but I didn't care about either one of those. I didn't care about
missing Arms Wide Open, but I cannot believe you dude. That's what I was gonna say earlier. Like, I'm literally gonna call the guy from the insurance commercials. Like, are you becoming your parents now that you own a home? And everybody's like, like, well, maybe we should leave early so we can get beat the traffic.
Yeah,
like, I can't believe you did that shit.
As if there's something wrong with getting out early and avoiding a head-on collision with a drunk person and eating free. I was like, well, no, I can't remember that thing from Deadpool 2. And he's like, oh, you're gonna miss the early bird special. It's like, as if saving money and getting to the restaurant early is a bad thing. But no, yeah, at the end of the day, it was fun. I mean, I felt really bad for April though. She was very upset. Like because she thought it was her fault, which I blamed her for multiple times that evening. And so maybe that's
older is her fault.
I only said it because I meant it. No, I didn't. I wasn't. But she was upset that she was like, oh, well, this was your, it was Creed, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy sitting here. I'm just a girl standing in front of another girl saying I love you, and that's it. And I was.
You put on a good face for your lady. That's a good husband move right there. Even though you wanted to fucking die and set your dick on fire,
dude. 100%. Like, I hated it. I hated every fucking bit of it. God damn. So that's what it sounded like up there. It's just fucking evil people. No, but everybody. But by the way, who said that? Somebody said Creed. What the fuck? No, dude. Aztec. Aguilera. Yeah, dude. I mean, I love Creed. I think Creed's a great band.
Creed is a great band. I would have gone to see Creed if they weren't sold out and I didn't have plans the next day after the Blake show. But yeah, well, I'm glad. I wish that you had a better time.
Well, I'm not saying I had a bad time. I just didn't have maybe the advertised time.
Sounds like I'm going to be honest with you. It sounds to me personally like if I were you in that situation, that sounds like a fucking awful time. Like,
Well,
I
you know
think
what? You got to turn
free to
lemons
say it.
into lemonade. I'm just not going to be miserable. And I also was drinking heavy cases of apple juice. So, you know, like that tends to help you out.
You're like, I don't give a fuck, man. It's
Well,
fine
no,
with me.
I did.
I'll
I thought,
stand in the fucking usher lane and hold my popcorn.
she's like, I did give yeah, at the end of it, dude, I was like, let's get out of here, Wade. And like, we're going back to the car. And she's like, I got to stop. She was still kind of upset. She's like, I got to stop at the gas station and get gas. I said, I'll pump it for you.
You go, so you were in your buzz. That's what you were doing.
I never left it. After I landed the plane in Buzz Central, in like the LAX of Buzz, I didn't leave at the terminal. And then, dude, I got into fucking like I was like pumping her. I was like fucking drunk. I was like, yeah. I was like having a good time. And then I went in there. I was like, I'm gonna get more beer. And that's when she was not happy about that. I got another 6-pack, and she's like, really? And I was like, don't say it for the clerk, because the clerk was standing right there, and I had just put the 6-pack up there, and she was coming out of. I was trying to buy it before she came out of the bathroom so I could hide it. But she was coming out of the bathroom, and then she was like, "Really?" I'm like, "God damn it! No, you just said it in front of the clerk, and now he thinks I have a problem, and that I'm going to smack you in the face for dare interfering with a man."
Look, bro, we were at a Creed concert. What do you expect me to do?
Well, that's what I said. I was like, yeah. The only thing I was missing was my red button-up shirt and my chain. But anyway, yeah, dude. No, I didn't do all that. But Action says more beer. I mean, apple juice, dude. I mean, not beer. Beer's like for losers. But
we got to. That's you're 0 for 2 on good concert experiences between that, and you guys left Everclear like a half a second into the Everclear
actually,
set.
I'm 0 for 3 because that Blink concert sucked dick too.
Yeah, but that was when you were like 12, so that doesn't
16.
really count. And you were making out with a girl who smelled like White Castle. But
D. Mitch says, Mike, does Jay get paranoid when he's drunk? No, I get paranoid just being myself. I don't need apple juice.
That's when it's sober. We got to remedy this. We got to go to a good concert together. We got to. Yeah, I can't. We got to fucking fix that. But anyways, how the hell are you guys doing? I'm sorry if you feel like we were rude because we were talking to each other, but we haven't talked to each other in a few days. We had to catch up. All right.
I literally, yeah. Sorry, guys. I feel like an asshole now. How are you guys?
Mind your business. All right. Why are you guys even listening?
Yeah, just turn off your stream.
Yeah, mind your business.
No, don't go.
I'm just kidding. Jason Perez, what's up, dude? He said, what up, man? Missed the last stream, but I finally watched Deadpool. Great soundtrack and flick. Should I get Scream or The Crow on 4K next?
I mean, I would pick
Jason would say The Crow.
I was going to say Scream, but Mike thinks he knows everything. But now I'm going to pick The Crow. No, I really was going to pick The Crow. He wasn't wrong. But no, The Crow, yeah, I would pick The Crow just because it's like, is it the greatest superhero movie ever told? It might be. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It might be. See? My phone agrees. It would be Crow. Oh. Sorry, I gotta stop this shit. I got Dad. Oh yeah,
Scoutmaster Kevin. Thanks, Jason. I'm gonna go Scream. You know this, man. JT Owsley, what's up, dude? It just took my car in for one more diagnostic check, and it came back clean as fuck. Hell yeah, nice. Dude, it was like 650 last time, I believe.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Big old purple wiener, and he says, I still get off. I still get off to 4 main pics of my mom prego of me, but 1114 was. Wait a minute. What?
I still get off to 4 main pics of my mom's prego of me, but 1114 was good. What the fuck? What is going on here?
Are you just jerking off to pictures of
with your big Thanos cock? What are you doing?
Of his mom?
Yeah.
He's like, but it's not weird because I'm inside of her.
No, it's not weird because he's saying it's my mom.
To your mom? No, with his mom. Pregnant with him. That was the weirdest necrophilia shot we've ever gotten, Jason.
I don't want to talk about it.
I appreciate it. Holy shit,
wow.
Man, we appreciate you too, buddy. He says, hey, sexy boy, sorry I've been absent dealing with family stuff. Love you. Hey, hold on, Lee. That's not okay. All right, first off, it's an unexcused absence, and I'm putting it on your record, and we're docking your pay. Secondly, love you. R.I.P. Charles Cyphers. Hey, Loomis, do you have any stories about Sheriff Brackett? Yeah, Charles Cyphers unfortunately passed away today. At I think he was. I want to say he was 80 years old. I don't want to say. I don't want to be wrong. I'm not sure, but yeah, he passed away today. Unfortunately, Sheriff Brackett did.
That sucks, man. Yeah, we only briefly met him in real life at Scarefest, only for a moment, and he didn't want to have anything to do with us. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with us. We looked like bums from under the bridge. Yeah,
we smelled like Scott Stapp and apple juice. So
yeah, it was lots of apple juices, and definitely had Scott Stapp vibes to us, like something's off about you guys. Yeah. I have a lot of stories about Chef Brackett, but they're not good. So in honor of the actor that played him today, I will say he was a terrible chef and never should have been elected in the first place. Maybe his daughter would still be alive. Anyway,
it was Annie. It was Annie.
I think it was also really cool of him to put him in Halloween Kills.
Oh yeah. Even though I hated that cameo,
the role was terrible, but it was cool for the nod.
Yeah, I was happy for him for sure. But yeah, you remember that when he was like, what it was the blonde haired cop, and he was like, Sheriff, he was like, they found a girl. He's like, one of them was Annie.
Yeah, dude, that was awful. Yeah, I read that.
Love you, Lee. Thank you, dude. Hey, you get back here, or I take you to another Creed concert. Michael Parton says, R.I.P. Charles Cyphers. I think Sheriff Brackett was great in the first 2 movies. Thought his character was wasted in Kills. Same with Nurse Marion. Agree. They really, when it comes to legacy actors coming back to do a small role in a movie, and they're supposed to rip off that one, like, hey, I hear we're gonna have a good time night. Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was the as everyone's entitled to one good stare. That line was that moment was terrible, but that's not on Charles Cyphers. That was on David Gordon Green. They set him up in a really bad spot there, and I feel like they should have done that. They should have given a lot more grace to that cameo for sure. If he's not up for the role or doing that part, then you do it in a different way. But I'm super stoked for him. But yeah, I agree that was wasted there. But he was great in the first 2 movies.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more if they wanted to, but I just felt like it was appreciative that they gave him a nod anyway. I mean, they didn't have to do that at all.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Shut up, Jay. Nighttime says, Loomis. Hi.
I hope you suffocate in your sleep.
That's a Silverstein song. Christopher Stamps, fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Crampston says, hi guys, I bought me and Chris are friends on Facebook. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but I just accepted his friend request the other day, so we're basically dating now. He says, hi guys, I bought a 6-pack off Lagunitas Colossal Maximus 9.0 ABV for practice for the beer chug. Love the content as always. Keep up the great work. While I appreciate the effort, Chris, and you're a golden god of a man, that's really, it's not the thickness of the beer. It's the best way to practice is definitely blowing dudes.
Yeah, dude, like that's like starting the game like in Punch Out and trying to, it's like I gotta beat Mr. Dream first before I take on Glass Jaw Joe. That's too crazy. 9%, holy fuck.
That's wild, dude. I seen a dude chug one of those once, and it was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life because he just took it down, big man. Oh, yeah. But I will say this, Saturday night, the next beer chug is this Saturday night. So you people on Patreon, get ready. And you people not on Patreon, sign up. What you waiting for? There's a link down below.
Your brain's going to be like, Chris, it's going to be like, sun's getting real low, big guy. after one of those bitches.
Yeah, you be careful.
It's over.
That'll get you. Oh, we were in St. Louis this week, and I kept trying new beers, and every time I would get one, dude, I've realized something about myself this week. Like, I used to love going out, like, I love trying craft beers and shit like that. But as I get older, more and more things get taken from me because, stomach issues and whatnot. And almost every other drink I would get, dude. I had one of your moments. Actually, I ordered an old fashioned from a place called Salt and Smoke in downtown St. Louis, and it was a walnut old fashioned. And I'll tell you, dude, I literally,
I never drink old fashions.
No, but I'm saying I had one of your reactions because I took a break. Yeah, we're all sitting there eating, and I was literally at mid sentence. I was like, yeah, and then the thing was,
yeah,
like fucking, I almost passed out.
Yeah, it's the worst when you have that go out. Like I did that at no, I always do it in the worst places, but I remember the first time I was married, I did that shit. I was going to give a speech. I was like, oh. But that might have been my body saying you shouldn't marry this hoe.
Yeah, I tried to save you, but you didn't listen. You got to listen to your body. Listen to your heart. Adrian Ibarra says, recently saw Trap. I feel like it'd be a follow-up to if Patrick Bateman had a family with a way less paying job. Ooh. I had fun with the movie, flaws and all. I did too, man, and no spoilers because I know it's still pretty fresh, but I love the ending of it. The way that it's set up, like at the end, was fucking dope. The thing about that movie was there was a ton of shit in that movie that's totally, obviously unrealistic. Everything had to go perfectly right for certain things to happen, so you have to suspend disbelief. But, man, Josh Hartnett was eaten in that fucking movie. Like, he was great.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
Go see it, you fucking dick.
I was going to go see it, but the concert, and there's a lot of other things going on. I'm definitely going to see Romulus, though, for show.
Yes, next week. Yeah,
we got to do a non-spoiler for that.
Fucking yeah.
Make out while we do it, and that's the only way you have to do it on YouTube in 2024.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but me and Jay take turns jerking each other off when we film in person. That's why we can't do it that often because we got to save it up.
Yeah, we can't do it in front of our wives because they get judgy. You know how they get.
Yeah, it's just you pretend you're a pilot and you're driving a helicopter, and then that's not gay if you do it.
It's like I've never used a 4 or 5 speed before. There we go.
Mercuro 80 says, finally watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm still hard. By the way, you guys are feuding in my www WWE.com. WWE 2K24. Yes, I broke up Wham.
Well, don't worry.
That's
Nature's going to do that soon.
Is your game in the future?
Yeah, it's like, duh. I mean, we were looking through crystal balls. What are you doing?
I love that you're playing with your joysticks and watching us sweat and wrestle. Adrian Ybarra says, any favorite songs from Eminem's new album yet? I got a few. Dude, I'm just going to say the first, 5 tracks. I feel like the album falls off in the second half for sure. But the opening, 4 or 5 songs, I can't remember the names of them right now, are all fucking golden almost. They're old school Eminem in the best way. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, you didn't ask me, Adrian. That's fine. My favorite,
he didn't. He did ask you. He asked us both.
No, he didn't. It's my name is. I really like that new song. It's fresh. It's hip. It's new. I think it's good. I think that kid's gonna go far, maybe in the rap world. We don't know.
That was April at the Creed concert. I just drank a 5th of vodka. Dare me to drive?
Dude, I was actually me. No, I'm not gonna get it. I was like,
she only had one apple orchard. I'm sure.
Dude, it was crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
That was before Creed even came on stage. So
well, that was at the casino. It was maybe even worse. I was like, you're like one of those retired old ladies that are living off their social security check and screaming at people when you don't win.
Oh God, I would have paid money to see her drunk. I've never seen her drunk.
She was. If she'd had one more, she'd been that'd been it.
I probably would have snuck something in her drink just to see it. I know that's probably
that's called a roofie. But
yeah, but I wouldn't have done anything with her. I would have just handed her.
I know, but you admitted to a crime.
She's your wife. It doesn't count.
That's true. I wouldn't press charges.
That's what
I'd be like. I was like, hey, Mike was just thinking you have some fun. That's it. You got. I don't know where you went. He did
Your Honor, I'd like to have everything in the past 22 seconds removed from the record. Thank you. I appreciate that. Robin Barker says everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh? R.I.P. Charles Cyphers. Indeed, my friend. Nighttime says Loomis go see Trap. Josh Hartnett as Michael Myers. I wouldn't go that far, but the other guy I would agree with.
Did he comb his hair? Did he comb his hair? And the little spoiled bastard wants to go to Yosemite. No.
Everything full circle.
It would be fun. Actually, Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett would be a decent. I'd be cool to have him as sheriff, a new sheriff Brackett, if they were going to redo it.
That would be cool. The body's not even cold yet, Jay.
Well, God damn it, we got to move on.
Hey, I gotta get a drink of pee real quick. We're at King of Hoops at 8:10. 8:10.
All right, 8:10. All right.
I'll put up this one. Just scroll to the next one. I'll read this one with you because it sounds sweet. King of Hoops says, he's a handsome guy. First off, second off, he says, "Hey guys, been watching for years and wanted to say I think you guys are amazing and genuine people, truly from the bottom of your heart. I think you guys are the most down to earth YouTubers I know. Never change.
Hey,
first off, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah,
me, yeah. Jay's no. Don't say shit like that to him. All right." Don't.
I've never in my life experienced such a thing. Compliment and then you insult me in the next. Damn.
I'm really sorry. You want me to have a heart attack?
Yeah, there you go. Let's watch an 8 Mile Monado track. Yeah, it was really nice of you, man. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate that.
We appreciate that, man. We don't deserve it, but we appreciate it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to touch my dick, but only while I'm peeing, and then a little bit after.
Fine. And make sure you take pictures. Dean Cream Betweens, thank you so much, dude. Says over the lips and through the gums, look out hole. Here it comes. I think you mean butthole. Hey, that's it. That's what you got to say, and that's what we do, especially when you have chili. That's when you have chili, you're gonna have that. But thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Nice seeing you. You changed your profile picture. You did. I don't know. That looks familiar as fuck too. But nice to see you, Dean. Courtney Reed, thanks so much. R.I.P. Charles Cyphers and Game Informer. Oh yeah, dude. Damn, I forgot about that. Did you guys hear about that as well? Thank you, Courtney. Obviously Charles Cyphers very sad, but Game Informer was actually gone too. That was such a staple growing up, playing games, to see Game Informer right alongside the strategy guides. Fuck, dude, that's crazy. But that's like Egon, print is dead. I think that's the way things are going. The fact that they even stayed around as long as they did is a miracle in of itself. I mean, everything's online nowadays. You don't have to brick and mortar stores are on their way out too. I can't even believe that GameStop is still a thing. But yeah, the show. Good point, Courtney. Courtney, hey, thank you as well. Courtney gifted a We Watch Movie membership. We appreciate that. Courtney is champion Mets, and we like that. Thank you, Courtney. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be dramatic or cry. That it sounded like I was crying that Courtney did that. That was really awesome, and I would cry, but I was burping. I don't know why I feel the need to explain every single thing I'm doing when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? That's weird. But Blake says, thank you so much. Says, saw Longlegs yesterday and it was fucking weird. Also watched Blade for the first time and loved it. I knew you would. Any recommendations for me to watch next? Yeah, Blade 2. Watch that as well. I don't know, man. It depends on what you're in the mood for. If you've never seen Blade, I wonder if you've ever seen, I don't know. I'm not going to, you know what? I will put you on this path. Go and watch the original Punisher, 1989 movie starring Dolph Lundgren. Okay. It's a classic film. I know a lot of people hate it, and I don't like the fact that he doesn't have the skull on his shirt, but it is history as far as like what the beginnings of the superhero films were. So and you know what? It's not bad. Dolph Lundgren actually does a pretty good goddamn job, if I'm to be honest. So that's what I would do. I would watch that. Then I would watch Blade 2. Blade 3, you can skip. Fuck that movie. But yeah, I feel like that's a good, solid lineup for right now. And then come back later and I'll rub your feet and tell you more. But thank you, Blake. Adrian Yabar, thank you so much. As R Reigns hiatus, Roman Reigns, he means hiatus since WrestleMania is over, as he returned at SummerSlam as a babyface helping Cody Rhodes against Bloodline. Way too predictable. Saw this coming 100%. And I want to let you know, Adrian, I'm impressed with myself because you had a lot of like R Reigns, WM at Slam. I didn't know. I knew what you were saying, and I really am like my reading comprehensions is off the chart. But anyway, that's crazy that he came back as a babyface. Wasn't he always? No, he was a bad guy. Roman Reigns looks like a forever bad guy, though. Like there's something that he just looks like an asshole. I know that in real life he's not, but he just does. That's crazy. But you saw it. Listen, you say it's predictable. I think wrestling's been predictable for a while now. Like after the Attitude Era, after the fold up of WCW Nitro and stuff, I haven't been impressed with really anything they've been doing.
Shut up.
You shut the goddamn up. You scared me a little bit though. That's actually why I reacted that way. We're on 8/14 with Joe Valentine.
It's his birthday, by the way. It's Joe Valentine's fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, JoJo. I love your music.
JoJo loves Chachi, but does Chachi give a flying fuck about Jody?
Hey, happy birthday, Joe. You're forever my Valentine, you sexy fuck.
I says, I'm 39 today, boys. Let's fucking go. I'm going to need them reach arounds.
A show.
You going to get it.
You already got them. Did you need to ask Joe? Jesus Christ.
I only take reach arounds if you put Skippy peanut butter on your fingers.
Yeah, and then shove it in my mouth as I jerk you off.
Who likes to skip it? Who likes to skip it? Peanut butter.
By the way, really quick though, I didn't know. No. Do you know? Because I just watched it again recently. Deadpool 2. I thought T.J. Miller was out after. I thought he got like canned after Deadpool 1, but apparently it was after Deadpool 2 where he ran his mouth about Reynolds.
Yeah, he was in Deadpool 2 too.
Do you know what it was that he said? That specific. He said he was more significant than Ryan Reynolds was.
I think he said that he said a bunch of
relevant. I think he was more relevant than Reynolds.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking.
I was like, why? I was like, you think you're more like you? Maybe in that before Deadpool 1, was T.J. Miller more relevant than Reynolds?
Not even fucking
in the comedy,
close.
in the comedy world, in the comedic, like
fuck no.
Maybe you could write comedy a little bit better. I don't know, but I mean, at the end of the day, you cannot tell me that you're like more relevant than Reynolds, and he gave you a job. Like that's fucking weird.
The land of make believe.
I can't believe it's here.
Wow. Trimmers, Living Press says Trimmers 2, Long Kiss Goodnight, The Rock, Eraser, Scream. I seen somebody else said Eraser on Twitter today. I couldn't believe it. It's like I thought people fucking hated that.
Hey, you know what's crazy too is Trimmers 2 is actually a good movie. Like surprisingly good. It went straight. That was one of the first times I ever saw like one of the straight to VHSs, but really good. Well done. Yep. It just didn't have Kevin Bacon in it. Mm-hmm. Kevin Bacon never said no more. I got dusty butt. I can't be in that.
That was stronger than I expected.
Fred Willard, is that Earl Fred Willard? I think that's his name. I always liked that guy anyway. I thought he was better than Kevin Bacon.
Don't you fucking say that. I always started to call him Bert for some reason. But it would have been that movie Earl. Really wouldn't have been any better if it was just Kevin Bacon and not him.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Mike Barton says, "What's your favorite arcade games?"
X-Men.
Fuck you. God damn.
X-Men. Come to me, my loyal mutants, and touch my wiener. Magneto is on the rise.
Area 51 with the red and blue gun. Fucking awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the arcade.
You always do more than one. Just give you one. One. Just one. The only way is one.
Damn, Trish, good to see your face. She says, R.I.P. Charles Cyphers, pumpkin. Happy to spend Tuesday night with you guys.
Hey, thank you, Trish. Nice to spend some time with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that super chat. And I love to see pumpkins. Dude, you know, we're getting close. We're getting fucking close.
It's so weird. And you know what? It really sucks ball sacks, though, is I looked up why it's so fucking hot in Kentucky. I didn't even take my shirt off yet. But no, it really no, but the reason why is there's a heat dome apparently that's settled in over Kentucky because God said, I hate you, you redneck pieces of shit. And it's here until fucking most of fall. It's going to be above.
Trump would never say that.
Well, you know what? I can't talk about it anymore. Let's just not do that because once we open those can of worms up, it'll never stop coming. Don't stop till you get enough. But no, I'm saying at the end of the day, like that's what. But yeah, we are getting closer to October, Halloween, and we're going to be at Cyphers this year. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, we stopped at we stopped in this small ass town in Indiana on the way home, dude, and they had all these signs up for it was redneck as shit, but they had all these signs up for their fall festival. Dude, they have a scarecrow competition. Like they vote on the best scarecrow. I was like, that sounds fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just want to show. Is I wonder if one of them's Cillian Murphy, and 28 days later, just naked with his dong hanging out, just like. Oh.
I'd buy that for $1.
Adrian says, "Good to see Braun win Intercontinental title, first singles title in the Steiner." Rick is. I don't know what the fuck this means, yo.
No, he's talking about wrestling.
Rick, his dad, but his style is aching more of Scott, who was better of the bros.
Okay, so what he's saying is, I can't remember Braun, but Intercontinental title, first singles title in the Steiner. So someone fucked Rick Steiner in the butt, and it was the first time they ever did it. It was a single match. No, I don't know what that means, but I didn't know. I thought Rick and Scott only had. I thought they were the only brothers. I didn't know they had a. Oh, you're asking who was better of their brother of the bros? If you're gonna ask who's better, Rick Steiner or Scott Steiner, like as far as entertaining wise, I would say Scott. He was because he's fucking crazy and like you know he was a beast to behold. But as far as like more of a technical wrestler, it'd be Rick.
Yeah, but Rick was also better in bed. If we're being honest with each other. Michael Parton says, "Jay, that wall-to-wall wiener sounds great."
I know, man. It was great. It was so good. You could taste the fucking erections in the air.
Michael Parton was hanging in the corner like Batman when he's first introduced in Batman vs Superman.
Just he was like, he was like Spider-Man up into the corner, and then there was a flash, and he was like,
yeah. Jim's like, I'm not even gonna bring out my dick because I'm afraid I won't be able to pee. And Michael's like,
yeah, there's something really awkward and intimate and weird all at the same time, and like when you're trying to pee, and like your arm hair touches another man's arm hair, and your elbows touch. And you're like, I am holding my dick, you are too, and our skin touched each other. Now I have to look.
That's guy. I bet Riverbend during a sold out Creed show is a lot of good people watching though. Am I right? There had to be good people watching.
What do you mean?
People watching at the Creed show.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I mean there was a bunch of that. Yeah,
like a lot of fucking.
Not just in the bathroom.
Yeah, a lot of dick watching.
So, yeah,
Merck's movie. Like. You see someone's crotch, you're like, hey, I met you earlier. How's it going?
It's like, I remember those wrinkles. Hey, uncircumcised. Good to see you.
Merck's movie says Texas Chainsaw 2022 director David Blue Garcia is pretty easy and quick to reach via Instagram. Would be interesting if you get him for a possible interview. Well, you know, I would do that. But what I really want to know is where the fuck the sequel is. Like,
we can ask him that.
How is Fede Alvarez on this massive fucking tour of press right now for Alien Romulus, as he should be, and not one fucking button-up shirt has asked him about the sequel?
Don't you dare bring me into this.
Not one of you has asked him. I'm so disappointed in the press and the media, but that's
why we should get him on and ask him. Hey, man, where's your fucking sequel? Did you just get blown out of Hollywood?
I know exactly what his answer would be, though. He's like, that's not up to me.
Strike.
That's not up to me. Oh. Yeah, bring me a cold one. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wow.
Cox. DJ Graham, dude. Thank you. So that's unnecessary.
Wow,
like you actually just replenished Jay's unfortunate bout with the casino there, and we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I need some recovery money. Thank you, dude.
Thank you, buddy. We really appreciate that. I said I watched a Josh Hartnett video from the Variety channel. It's called "Does Josh Hartnett know lines from his most favorite movies?" I thought I was gonna say, "Does Josh Hartnett do lines in the bathroom while he's filming movies?"
That'd be great.
And while discussing 30 Days a Night, I found out he's from Minnesota, so he knows his limitations as far as cold goes. Something we have in common.
Minnesota, meaning the good land.
Yeah,
that's actually Billy Walker. But yeah, it's weird that he's from Minnesota because he doesn't have an accent. Minnesota. Like there's a soda, I got a soda pop from the machine over there. You know what? I'm getting back into a fucking East Coast shit. I can't do Minnesota.
I want to fuck Brett Favre.
Their tongues still work. But no, I like Josh Hartnett, dude. I'm glad that he's getting back. Like I thought he retired. To be honest, I actually thought he quit acting.
Well, so no, I did a deep dive into his shit and like found out like literally
his butt.
It's a bit nutty, Austin. But I found out, dude, like he literally, because he worked with the Weinsteins when he did the Faculty in H2O, and like got roped into a bunch of shit he didn't want to do. Not like many other people with the Weinsteins, but he got so pissed and like just grossed out by Hollywood and all that he just left and kind of did shit that he wanted to do. It's so nice to see him at the forefront now.
I think he was great in horror too. Like 30 Days a Night is actually a badass movie, to be fair, and he was great in it. And not to mention the fact that their creature design for the vampires in that movie, that's some of the best like scary movie monsters that they've made. I like it when they make vampires like that and they're not like Fruity Fruit Loops with their little capes and boots going, come here, I want to fuck you, Steve. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, that's the classical Dracula, but I did like the more ferocious type of vampires that they went with. And Josh Hartnett obviously did great in that and Old Yosemite, H2O.
Yeah. And he only did 30 Days a Night because Sam Raimi was one of the producers, called him on the phone and was like, this is not going to be your typical like horror movie or whatever. He's like, there's going to be extra shit for you to do in there. Like Sam Raimi's the one that got Josh Hartnett to do that movie, which is a cool little thing. I wish Sam Raimi would have directed it too. It probably would have been a way better movie.
100%.
But dude, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that as always. Terry of the Dead, member for 1 month. Welcome again.
Hello, Terry.
We just had our first period together. It says Ben Affleck is playing Hulk Hogan in an upcoming movie. Dude, I just read it. This is crazy. Ben Affleck's playing Hulk Hogan in an upcoming movie. Maybe they'll get Jonah Hill to play Andre the Giant to really keep the level of accuracy.
I don't know. Yeah, but that if they got, that's like if they had him play Andre the Giant, that's like a transformer that constantly changes size and shape every 5 minutes playing him. It just doesn't work out. Yeah, well, it's Jonah Hill. I mean, Andre the Giant's a big masculine dude. Like, there's no way. Well, here's the thing. I thought Chris Hemsworth was playing Hulk Hogan.
Yes, there's 2 movies. This one's about the this one's specific, and it's going to be directed by Gus Van Sant, who directed him, and Matt Damon's going to be in the movie too, I believe. Who directed Good Will Hunting with those 2 in it, and it's mainly going to focus on the Bubba the Love Sponge thing in court and all that shit.
I thought it was going to. So guys, don't believe the fucking trash rag ass newspapers that Ben Affleck and J-Lo are divorcing. He's method acting. He fucked someone else and someone filmed it. That's all it is. And she has to understand this is what a method actor does. Okay, we all can't be like big bubble butt, sexy ass Latino singers like J-Lo. Okay,
yeah. We're not all Jenny from the block.
And Jiggly. I mean, Jiggly's a masterpiece. Let's not kid ourselves. But still, well, there was a recent picture of him, and it was like Ben Affleck. I mean, and it was like midlife crisis. How long is it going to last? And he was like in a leather like Ghost Rider jacket and like pants, and he had like a mohawk, which is not good. But maybe he's wearing the mohawk for the movie. I don't know. Did Hulk Hogan ever have a mohawk?
No.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe he really is going through a midlife crisis. Ben, stop.
I think like Ben Affleck's been going through a midlife crisis for a long time, but I love and appreciate that about him. He is all of us. Like I feel like if any normal ass dude married J-Lo, because we were in the middle of another divorce and we were kind of going crazy, we made the mistake of jumping back into that again, and like the paparazzi were all around and shit. I feel like we would all be as miserable as he looks right now. To be fair, because to me he seems like an everyday guy.
Well, what Ben Affleck needs to do is do what every average American man would do: go back to drinking and shut up about it.
Well,
I don't care if you did a movie called The Way Back. Go back to the fucking liquor store.
Yeah, do the prequel.
There you go, do the prequel. Just call it The Way. That's the name of the liquor store you go to, called The Way.
But no, well, I was gonna fucking say something. Shit, fuck, fart. God
That's
damn it. Shit, tits. Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh, I heard another rumor, by the way, about that regards Ben Affleck. Apparently, with him and J-Lo, there's a rumor going on. Of course, this comes from Suge Knight from his prison podcast, so you may not want to believe it. But he brought up a good point, actually. He said that he thinks that the reason that J-Lo and Ben Affleck are allegedly divorcing is because he was like, those Diddy tapes came out from Diddy's mansion, and they show, he was like, and he probably knows a little bit about this. He was like, they probably show J-Lo doing all sorts of freaky shit and maybe illegal shit on there. And they, FBI,
I forgot about they were married.
Yeah, and FBI probably showed those tapes to Ben Affleck, and he's like, he's got kids. He doesn't want anything to do with that shit. And it was like, oh my God, what if that's true?
Ben Affleck need to know about mo booty, mo problems. You know what I'm saying? Like Mace said it first, and then P Diddy after. He was warning us: mo problems, mo booty, mo problems.
J Lo.
You can't have J Lo.
Still
well, that'd be terrible. Well, you know what? Then someone call it karma because didn't he do some crazy? Didn't Affleck kind of fuck around on Jennifer Garner?
No.
Yeah. Like I know his dick tastes good, but you got to spit it out every once in a while. I can't hear you.
It's got a nice 5 o'clock shadow to it.
I know it's like vibrates in my throat.
Down in Dirty, Tennessee. Good to see you, buddy. He says, good to catch a live stream. Listen to your Friday the 13th part 7 commentary the other day. Got a good chuckle when you all realized that Dr. Asshole was Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. That's true. Yeah. He said he was so much cooler when he was dead.
That's true too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, you know, it's crazy. And that's when I realized that, you know what, people that can't recognize Clark Kent with the glasses is really Superman. That's okay, because all that was disguising that guy was a mustachio. Once he shaved it, you're like, you already know who you are.
I bet a bunch of people are realizing that right now that dude was the Weekend at Bernie's guy.
It's crazy. I know. And they don't look anything alike. Like, seriously, like everyone rides on people's asses and say, hey, there's no way a dumbass would never recognize Clark Kent as not being Superman with that stupid disguise. But seriously, that dude all he had was a mustachio. And then once he shaved it, you're like, who are you? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not in the fucking newspaper every single day saving the whole entire goddamn universe.
Look, and Superman's beautiful, and he moves really fast, so you don't have a lot of time to look at it. Maybe that's what also keeps Clark.
Yeah, his skin's really tight. I mean, his suit. What? Hey,
yeah.
Thank you.
His butthole's really tight. I mean, what?
I tried a buffalo burger with jalapenos. That sounds delicious, by the way. On
awesome.
Saturday, because I hear Americans talk about buffalo sauce, and it wasn't that hot, so I was confused on how it was hot as fuck on its way out half an hour later. Dude, that gets me, Gary.
Yep, that's the riddle.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've gone on and on about this for years, and you've probably heard me say it. Any fast food chain that claims their items are ghost pepper chicken fries or ghost pepper burger, it's never that hot going in. But there's something about those particular items that come out with the fire and the passion of the Greek gods from Olympus out of your asshole.
Yeah,
it's not hot going in, but coming out, you're in Pain City. Party of one.
When it comes out of your butthole, it's like Mario when he gets the flower power up. Like just shooting out with the fucking balls of fire coming straight out of your butt. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Americans talk about buffalo sauce and it wasn't hot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody ever said buffalo sauce was actually hot. It's more like it's like a tangy, mild. Yeah, it's not like
tangy.
Now I will say, and we've talked about this before here. The only true advertisement that really rang up and actually was spicy going in and spicy when it was leaving the hole was the jalapeno thick burger from Hardee's, and that was such a delicious burger, and it's such a shame that it was discontinued.
Absolutely delicious. I don't know if they have this wherever you're from, Gary, but for you Americans, 100% purebred.
Hold on, does your profile say Captain Jack Swallow? I love it. With that attractive girl in that profile picture.
Oh, me.
That's why Captain Jacqueline Swallow.
Not having a hard time not looking at you now. But no, Walmart has, if you go to Walmart these days, they have a whole rack with like 20 different $1 hot sauce bottles. They are this size. They're just like minis. So you can try for like $1 a pop all sorts of little hot sauces.
That's a good deal.
And if you don't like them, you could rub them on your nipples.
That's a good deal.
Just to feel alive.
I feel like that's good.
While driving down I-75. Michael Parton says, I still want you both. Hey, buddy, listen. We're a package deal, but that doesn't mean that we're cheap.
What's that? You want to fuck?
Mota, good to see you, buddy. Hey, we've seen all sorts of people. Where the fuck you guys been? Where the fuck it?
He said just down the 5th of Hawaiian Punch. Dare me to drive.
He said, Jay, how's the fasting going?
It fucking sucks, bro. And I'm glad you put on a fucking shirt so we all don't feel bad because you find how sexy your abs are. But yeah, I'm on I don't know what week I'm at, but I'm almost 21 hours right now today.
Wait, can you drink fucking diet soda on that shit?
Yeah, it's anything with 0 calories. It just as long as it's got 0 calories and no carbs, you're allowed to have it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's true. I swear to God. I looked all this shit up, and listen, the runs that come with this, I know, dude. Trust me. I have got all sorts of on the ground research going on.
What Jay doesn't know is that I've been sneaking into his house late at night, and I take my fingers and I take 2 fingers and I dip it in some like really thin like buttered sausages sauce, and I come in his mouth and I just like he's sleeping with his mouth open like, and I stick my fingers in his mouth and I rub him around. I rub him around on his gums. So that
let's be honest, it wasn't
actually
your
breaks
fingers, it
his
was your
fast.
dick.
He doesn't
I knew
know.
I tasted penis in the morning. And for some reason I wasn't offended by it.
April wakes up and I'm like, shut up and go back to sleep. And she's like, okay.
It's getting dark up in here. Mike's admitted to sexual assault and then telling my wife to shut up.
Austin Cade said, hey, Mike and Jay, got a Blink tattoo. Send it to you on Patreon. Thank you. I can't wait to check it out, dude.
Oh my God, dude. Impressive. You knew SNT? I just thought it's a Sanut. I don't know what that meant.
That's the new Twitter. Sanut. Dude, that's awesome. I still don't have a Blink tattoo. I really want to get one. Problem is, like, at one point I had a lot of Blink shirts and I didn't want to be super weird, like, and have like a showing tattoo of Blink while wearing a Blink shirt. So I never did. But
you should get all three of their faces on your chest and then take off your shirt at the concert and hope they see you. Be like, that's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Motherfuckers that hold signs up at the concert, dude. I get so mad at those people. Like, dude, you're blocking the people's view behind you, and the band doesn't give a fuck about your fucking sign. You know,
No.
that's some major what do you call it? Main character syndrome.
Yeah, that's
like
I love that saying. I've been saying it a lot lately.
People have it.
Yeah,
but awesome. That's badass. Dude. I can't wait to check that out, man. Okay, before we get into the further super chats, and keep them coming, we appreciate it. They keep these fucking live streams going, so we really appreciate you guys. We got to pay for all the money that Jay loses with his gambling addiction at the quarter slots.
Like, listen, I'm going down a Charlie Sheen rock star lifestyle. I mean, this is what it is.
Winning.
It was the first time I justified it to myself. I was like, we're gonna go to the casino so I could pay tribute to my father that passed away, because he was a big, he went to the boat quite often, and I was like, I love this shit, but I wasn't allowed to play.
She was like, fuck your dad.
Dude, I swear to God, though, when I was walking, I was looking for like poker tables and stuff, because I know that me, you, and Cody were going to go up there and play that World Series or whatever. I think the pot was on like $5. They got rid of that shit too.
The poker room's gone. That's the only reason to go.
The poker room's gone. They got rid of blackjack. Like, that's gone. Like, that was a quick $100.
Yeah, dude. Now, see, I fucking hate slots, dude. So if I go to a boat or if I go to a casino, I want to fucking play poker, because you can sit there for like a couple hours and get your money's worth, or just lose a little bit. You play the slots, you put in $100 bill, you would not gonna touch it. It was gone in fucking seconds.
Well, I always do that shit, dude. There was two old ladies that were sitting there, and I was watching them while April was like screaming at the slot machine, and they were doing the same shit that my dad used to do when he would go, and they always like this superstitious thing among old people. They would start rubbing like the numbers or the sevens or something on the screen, and they would go, oh. And then they would hit the button, and then when that didn't, and then they would see because it would like hit across with bars, and then they would go. And they were like, they start doing like fucking weird like Doctor Strange movements with their hands, because it was like a superstition. Like, you gotta go, like you basically are praying to a slot machine and asking the gods of luck to give you a bonus.
I get it. I mean, you need that shit. Like, that's the thing. When you sit down and do it, the odds are against you, so you're already fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but like it is fun. I get it. Anyways, anywho, we're gonna start our list real quick just to get that moving, because I know some people are only here for that. You fucking pieces of shit who don't like us as people. You don't really love us. You just want to see what we think about movies. That's not true. No one actually feels that way either.
I don't.
Shut up, Jay.
I'll be right back. I gotta go pee though. Get it pulled up
now.
Well, go ahead. I'll get the first one going. I'll dip it in. I'll dip my toe in the water. Let's play.
Fine, fucking fine. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. That we don't even need you. We don't even need you.
Stacey James says, life hack to always leave the casino with money, rob the winners on their way out. Now that's what we're talking about. But we were in Kentucky, not Detroit.
You gotta fuck them though. What he means is you gotta fuck the ladies.
Actually, that's not true. Kentucky does have. We can gamble here. I forgot about that. Red Mile.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just slots. Just slots. That's all you're allowed to do. You ride the slots. Go to the bathroom.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Stupid asshole. I saw your butt. I saw your butthole. I want to lick it. I wasn't talking about Jay. I was talking. My wife was bent over at the same time, and that's who I was talking to. She doesn't pay attention to me though. That's why I do these streams. I need attention. I don't get it at home. My name's Anyways, here is. She didn't hear me. It's okay. Here is. I made pictures. I made pictures on the computer. I made pictures on the screen and nothing. No one's talking to you. It's not called the Katie Show.
It'd be better if it were.
So you should do it then. You should do one too. Call it Katie's Corner.
I don't need attention like that.
That's what I just said. I just said I only do this because I need attention because my wife doesn't give it to me. Anyways, what I was going to say was my number 10 movie of, it looks like it's like a fun little club, like Mike's top 10. Mike's top 10. My number 10 movie of 1996 is going to be now Silent Bob, now From Dusk Till Dawn. Hooked on Phonics. It works wonders for the elderly in your community. It's going to be From Dusk Till Dawn. And that is, honestly, it seems low, but 1996 is an amazing year for movies. It's one of the greatest movie years of all time, as we mentioned before. And it hurt me to put it this low. But there were some fucking bangers that didn't even make the top 10. So, yeah, hard drinkers drink hard. For me,
hey, that's a cool graphic.
We got the late people to church. You're the late person to church. All right.
What?
So why don't you just come up and give us your testimonial on Christ?
My testicles?
Since he wasn't important enough to show up on time for.
Who are you talking about?
I fucked a goat. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying things.
Well, that's okay, brother. Welcome to the church. That's where you confess your sins.
that's what we're here for. Welcome.
I'm going to start my apple juice adventure now.
Hey.
Yeah. So I must tell myself the end of fasting.
You sounded Indian when you said that for some reason. I was. No, From Dusk Till Dawn, man. I'm a way bigger fan. Let me ask you this: are you a bigger fan of the first half of the movie or the second half of the movie? By far, for me, it's the first half of the movie. I wish I could have watched the Gecko Brothers just go on a normal crime spree and like kind of Martin Scorsese style film. See what happened there. I still like the second half of the movie because I love vampires and shit. And Thelma Hayek, Jesus Christ. But dude, how fucked up is it, by the way, that Quentin Tarantino, who is a known foot fetish person, wrote a scene. He wrote this movie, right? Directed by Robert Rodriguez. Quentin Tarantino wrote himself a scene where he pours tequila down the leg of Selma Hayek and drinks it off of her fucking toes. Mm-hmm. Like, he did that shit.
I feel like that's an American reaction to such a fine foot.
Real man.
Hey, listen, I think he was just like, how can I write in where I can touch her with my tongue in some way? And I was like, I'll just write that in. That's how I do it.
Specifically her big toe. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, Jay, on your graphic, you are choosing out of the selection of VHS tapes, you're choosing a Hanson VHS tape.
Says, why are you acting like that's funny? That's what I would do.
This is literally for my Instagram.
I did that. I was like, I'm not stupid. I want to listen to good music. And
we all know you would have chosen the Backstreet Boys on the right.
First off, if they had NSYNC, I would have chosen that. Backstreet Boys, ew.
O-Town, even better.
Yeah. Making the Band. Hello. I love O-Town. Liquid Dreams. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that's a good. Dusk Till Dawn. Good choice. A little low on the list for my liking, but that's a bold strategy there.
You eat my dick with
I'll eat your dick with a bowl of Cheerios and no problems whatsoever there.
Honey nut or pumpkin spice?
Honey nut. Do we have to ask? I want some honey with my sugar. No. All right. So my number 10 is going to be Primal Fear.
Yes, my son. Yes.
Yeah. It's an incredible movie, dude. Like, it's one of the first movies I remember seeing along with Seven that really twisted my nipples and said, that's a fucking twist. And I didn't even know what that meant because I didn't see it coming. Edward Norton took us by the heartstrings and punched us in the balls. Just when we thought we were going to help this young man that was abused sexually by the church, and he acted out in such a way that we all can understand that little son of a bitch boxed our dicks off and then beat us off as well and said, ha ha. And that's what happened. But Richard,
like the fucking kid from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, the blue-haired kid. But yeah, at the end of the day, not only was it was obviously Edward Norton was awesome in it. Richard Gere was great, and they did a great job in that film as well, where you really couldn't get. I'd never guessed what had happened. You know what I mean? Like, I actually was blown away by the end when I saw it. Millhouse, yeah. Millhouse was the other. But I was blown away. I really like, because sometimes with those kind of movies, unless you do it correct, you can guess the end.
Yeah.
But they did a really good job hiding it, because I think Edward Norton is such a great actor too.
Yeah, and thank God it was 96 and not 2026 because that entire thing would have been spoiled for you. Universal probably would have put it in the fucking trailer before we even got to the movie. Like they would have spoiled it for you. But dude, that's one of the greatest twists of all time.
Anthony Freeman says Primal Fear should be higher. No,
it's not even in my top 10. You cunt.
You just sit there and be cute, Anthony. As long as you're 18
movie,
and over.
Absolutely floored me. Richard Gere's a badass in that movie too.
Yeah, and not only could he's a badass, he could lawyer, and he did all of that with a gerbil shoved up his ass.
The entire
that's
time.
Not saying something. I don't know what is. I mean, that to me is a badass.
You remember the mobster he was working with too during that? It was the ice cream cone liquor guy from Scarface. That like just love titties. That man loved titties. That's a great one. Number 9 is going to be. It's Independence Day.
Oh damn, dude, that's real one.
Shut up, bitch. It's number 9.
I'm only saying it because Anthony was the one's like, oh, this should be higher.
No, Independent, dude. Honest to God, like this movie actually. It doesn't hold up the way I kind of wanted it to when I was a kid. But when I went to see it in the theater as a kid and like loved Will Smith at the time, maybe the Will Smith stock going down for me over the years has taken its part. But like I used to think Will Smith was the coolest fucking thing ever, dude. Like I remember sitting by the pool, listening to Men in Black on repeat, just like fucking love Will Smith, mainly because of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because like we love that show so much growing up. But at that time when this movie came out. Yeah, dude. And this movie, I even listened to their albums like Summertime. But this movie, dude, was awesome. It was the first time I was ever in a theater as a kid, and I saw the entire audience stand up in Winchester, Kentucky, where people don't stand up and clap for movies.
Only if it's a revival at a church.
Black leads. But they stood up. It was on July 4th weekend when this came out, and they stood up and clapped, and I was like, this is fucking cool. But dude, like when he punches the alien in the face, and obviously Bill Pullman, I wish to God that could be our president, by the way.
Awesome.
Who would not vote for him? I love Bill Pullman's character in the movie. Jeff Goldblum was amazing in the movie. Independence Day is an all-time great, just blockbuster movie. That lenticular VHS when you move it, and the White House blows up. Just a great time. We lived in the best era, dude. We did.
Well, Independence Day, dude. I remember getting that for Christmas. I thought that movie.
I got it for Christmas too.
Yeah, that movie was the titty tits. I love that movie. But I won't get into it here and now. We're going to talk about it later on. But I will talk about my number 9, Mike. It's gonna be Jam Space, Space Jam, that is. And it was the one movie that I was like, wow, Michael Jordan can play with Warner Brothers. And it also told me, hey, you suck at basketball because you're white and slow. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But no, it was an awesome fucking movie, and it was like things were great back then, dude. You had the Looney Tunes character interacting with Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player to ever live. Bill Murray was in it. R. Kelly wasn't weird yet. A lot of things were going on in that movie.
The black guy piece.
A lot of things were happening in that film, and it really was a special time in the heart and farts of America. But to be fair, though, it really was a great movie. I had a lot of fun. And to be fair, all the basketball players in it, Charles Barkley. Who else was it? I don't know if David Robinson was in it. No, Spud Webb was in it, I think, or Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy Bogues. Yeah,
all of them were great. Black guys confused again.
Well, you know what?
Happens every week.
I know, it's crazy. I can't believe my race. But anyway, I really got him confused with Spud Webb, but they were all great, and it was really a cool movie, and it was really cutesy kind of movie. I didn't really appreciate how great of a movie that was until later on, because I kind of took it for granted. Because it was so weird. 96 in the 90s was the 90s itself was so weird. You always thought movies like this was going to happen like every other year. Like you're always going to you got used to it, you got spoiled. And then
that's such a bummer. You're bumming me out now because that's depressing as fuck. Because you're right, like they don't do it like this anymore. We don't get a new original franchise 27 times a fucking summer anymore like we did back in the 90s.
Tomo goes says Jay was enticed by Lola Bunny. Who the fuck wasn't, dude? Who the fuck wasn't? Do you guys ever like get turned on when Bugs Bunny dresses up as a girl bunny? No. Oh yeah, me neither. I was just asking.
Dude, that's so funny. That didn't actually make my top 10. At the time, I was obsessed with Michael Jordan, as so many other kids were. We just needed a big black bald man in our lives as a role model, and he was the one that filled that void for me.
That's crazy. And you're only on your second old fashioned right now.
But no, I was obsessed with Michael Jordan, and it was funny because at that time they sold the Tiny Toons or whatever Toon Squad jerseys at Walmart, and I'd asked for them for Christmas, and they were these shitty fucking made like $11.96 silk ass jerseys with the shorts. But I love the movie so much. I wanted him, so I asked for him for Christmas. And I used to go, as we all did as kids, and sneak through my parents' shit when they were gone, and just like look around and like play with their guns and drugs and dildos and
Dressed up in
stuff.
mom's panties, but no big deal.
Yeah, that's how we turned into the men we are.
I'm not Oscar De La Hoya. I was just trying them on, Mom.
But I found the Tunes jerseys in like a drawer, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting that for Christmas." And then Christmas came, and I opened up all my shit, and they weren't there, and I was like, "Hey, I really appreciate these gifts, guys, but upstairs on the right side drawer of your bed, there's another gift for me that you forgot about." They're like, "Oh shit," that's what I always think about when I go. You know what else I think about, dude? And this is, dude, I shouldn't say this because this is I'm telling tales outside of school.
Oh.
Dude, Jay and his brother Cody at their
Be careful
house.
there, because nothing, it's all hearsay, and if it's something illegal,
no,
then I
Jay
know
and Cody, when we were growing up, you guys don't even understand how badass it was. They had this spot outside of their parents' house for a while there before they were forced to move because they put an interstate through where their house was. They had this concrete, I think it was built by your uncles, who were super into playing ball at the time.
Oh yeah.
But they had this badass like half court basketball court. Like it wasn't actually half court, but it was like fourth of a court or whatever.
Yeah.
And it had the 3-point line and shit painted on it. And they had a fucking gorilla that
goal.
were like the big ass ones you see at Sam's Club that are
that cranks.
Yeah, they're like us poor people just look out and go, "My God, I wonder what that's like." That had those
I wonder
things.
what it tastes like.
Glass backboard that fucking thick. It was amazing. And we used to play ball out there all day, all the time. But I'll never forget, dude. One time Cody brought out the boombox and he had the Space Jam soundtrack.
Yeah, that was so.
And he goes, he pressed play on it. He goes, "All right, cool."
Oh yeah, man.
We were fucking 11 years old.
Yeah, I mean the cringe factor like broke someone's back across the world when that, like a butterfly effect. It was so cringy. But that was before anybody was recording that shit and uploading it to YouTube. I would love to go out and record that just to make a cringe video.
Oh
for people
God,
to like that, because you know back in the day when you were younger, like, and you would like put the, like, we also did the same thing with Mortal Kombat. Like we would all like walk out like we were the characters we were playing when they said, you know, they would say Raiden, and you would walk out as Raiden, and you'd be like, oh my God, the cringe. Oh my God, dude, I even remember
it was cosplay, you know. But no, it's your chance, do your dance. It's the Space Jam.
All right.
Osmosis Jones was on there. That soundtrack was great. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it was really good.
Did I spell Independence right? Because I usually don't.
Independence.
Is that not right? Fuck.
It was DENCE. I don't know. I just put ID4. It's fine.
I'm a writer. I know what I'm doing. My number 8 is going to be Mission Impossible. Listen, dude, this fucking movie, man, holds a special place in my heart because I remember as a kid, I thought it was going to be a little bit more action packed because I love Tom Cruise, and this was Tom Cruise's greatest haircut of his entire fucking career.
It was
the
amazing.
original Mission.
It really did look good.
Dude, that such a good haircut. But dude, that song came out and I was obsessed with it, man. Like that. Everybody knows the Mission Impossible song, but I remember going to see this movie. I think a bunch of people were disappointed because it was a lot more espionage shit than it was like action shit like they expected.
Yeah.
But for me as a kid, even though I had that disappointment, I thought he was so fucking cool in that movie. Ethan, all for 100, Ethan, all for 100. Oh. Yeah. And Jesus Christ,
I remember I had the cassette tape of that fucking soundtrack.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking amazing. Ving Rhames was awesome in that movie.
Emilio, even though he was only in it for 20 seconds.
Yeah, that girl was in my spank bank for like 27 years. But love that movie, man. And John Voight was great in that movie. I think it was John Voight.
John Voight, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and dude, I remember going to the bookstore with my dad afterwards, and like I was so young when this came out. I remember like pretending I was a fucking CIA agent, like in the bookstore, like with that music in my head afterwards. Just I'll always love that movie for those memories alone. But it's still actually going back and looking at it. It's a Brian De Palma fucking directed it. There's a lot of shit I didn't notice as a kid then that I notice now that I appreciate. It's a great fucking movie. I like it.
Yeah, I had the same feeling too when I was stealing things from Walmart. But I was like I'm really I'm just an espionage guy. I'm stealing from the rich, and I'm just gonna give it to the poor, which at this point is myself because I don't have the money for it. But no, it was a great movie, and I remember it was based on, and I didn't even know Mission Impossible was based on the 1970s or late 70s TV show. Which I don't know if somebody said it was corny, like it was a corny show. Like I don't know.
Was, yeah.
Yeah, and then they remade it, which was like people that grew up in that time were like, I can't believe they're going to make this into an actual action thriller type of movie. Well, they did a great job. I always thought it was,
where we are.
Yeah, it's great. Well, so who said it? Somebody said it. They're like, It sucks compared to today's. Oh, Clinton said the first one sucks compared to today's MI. Clinton did.
Sure, but it's my fucking list, Clinton. Shut the fuck up or I'll have you kicked out.
Throw the fucking pigskin. I don't want your life. My number 8 is going to be, and it's going to be low on some people's lists, but it's fine. It's going to be Fear.
Yes. Oh,
I mean, it's one of those movies that, I mean, it's in my opinion, Mark Wahlberg's second best movie he ever did in his entire career. The other one's going to be Rockstar, which that's going to be 2001. But yeah, dude, Fear is great fucking movie, dude. It's actually, it's so well done because you can see some asshole like that you went to high school with being like, as Mark Wahlberg was in this movie, like the rapey ass fucking vibes that he puts off. And he's like, I'll take care of you. I'm better than your father. Like just weird shit like that. I don't know. Like it's creepy. It's weird. And I remember as a kid, I watched it. I don't remember why. It's not one of those movies that I would necessarily seek out. It probably was on HBO or something like that when there was one HBO, you know, the good times. And the cable bill was smaller. But I remember maybe I just watched it on that, but it was always that movie that stuck with me. I was like, maybe because it was like so real. You know what I mean? Like, and it also had a lot of factors in it that a lot, you know, the whole sequence where you are hardcore distracting my dick right now with all
I'm
that
sorry.
movie.
I'm sorry.
I know, but dude, the ADHD is going fucking nuts because now I just want to watch what you're doing. I was like,
too big.
No, anyway, holy shit. But yeah, they also have a lot of things in the movie that, like the sequence when they do like when they're trying to break in the house. You know, like they copied that kind of thing when you look at The Purge and shit, and how terrifying that was, or the Jodie Foster film Panic Room. You know, like that was terrifying to people. Imagine like, you know, your house being like bombarded with hooligans like around the windows, like, let me in your fucking house, like shit like that. That's fucking scary, dude. I don't know. Like, and then you know, I always get shit for the saying that The Strangers didn't scare me. It didn't. I don't know why that. I think that movie's an amazing movie, but it didn't scare me. But this, for some reason, like these guys, like being obsessed and wanting to get in there, and you know, Mark Wahlberg's like unhinged and he wants to be daddy.
Dude.
And not only that, he's got like the weird fucked up Lost Boys following him around. Like that's weird. I don't know.
That dude was in the window like,
yeah, that's just what boys do they're in high school.
But I think it was that scene, and I'll talk about it again later. But that scene actually scared me too. Like you're not alone. I don't know what it was. Scared me.
But people like, well, why wouldn't The Stranger scare you? I don't know. I don't know why that. Maybe because they're wearing masks, and
it felt more realistic.
That's what I meant. Like this is like this guy, Mark Wahlberg, gave no fucks. Just like when he squashed that Puerto Rican's face into the concrete, there was zero fucks given in this movie. Like he wants to get in there, fuck your daughter, and be daddy to your household. Like that's weird and that's scary as fuck.
You will forever hold your peace. It's fucking. I'm right there with you.
By the way, I hated his fucking face when he was like looking in the doorbell. Like, and then he was like, you know, nature's got to take its course. Like, let me in your fucking house. I was like,
wait. Do that.
No, I can't. No, because I don't want. Oh, he's like, you know, I can't remember what he says. Something like, you know, I'm
let me in your fucking house.
Let me in your fucking house. I went back too far or too close. Anyway. The reason why there was a guy, dude, I should not have control of this. Like, I'm gonna fuck with it so much. But anyway, there was a guy that I went to high school with, and he has the same fucking face that Mark Wahlberg does when he does that in the doorbell. This kid would shove like a bunch of food in his mouth, and you're like, ooh, like that. Like, I fucking hated that kid, dude. I'm not. His first name was Wayne. I could say that, but I'm not gonna say his last name. But yeah, and he would like, I'd be trying to, you know, eat my food or whatever. He'd be like, fucking shithead. I fucking hated that shit, dude. That's what Mark Wahlberg's face looked like in the ring bell. Sorry.
Oh,
I know, man. I go off on hinge like, Jay, calm down. Jesus Christ. Let's like never like not seen a camera before.
My number 7 is going to be The Rock. The Rock, Big Cock Johnson, The Rock. Man, again, these are all fucking. Like I don't know how old everyone here is exactly. Most of you are probably in your mid to late 80s, but if you're still watching this and you're actually just invalid and your kids just turned on something random on YouTube and that's how you're here. But for me, almost every single one of these has a memory attached to a core memory as a child. For instance, I can literally put myself back in the summer day that I went and saw The Rock for the first time because I lived and breathed this shit.
You went to the theater and see it, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You got
to the
lucky. I
movies
didn't see it in the
9
theater.
in Winchester. Remember coming home on a fucking summer day after watching this and having that music in my head and just feeling fucking awesome. The Rock was such an awesome fucking movie, dude. Nick Cage and how just laid back and fucking weird and cool and obsessed with the Beatles he was. He even did that. They even did that weird fucking sex scene with him and his girlfriend. He's like, not
Yeah, dude. That girl's hot as fuck too. Like his woman.
Yeah.
And she was patient.
And dude, that you want me to stick this into my heart? And the bad guys were good. The story was good. The music was great. Just like they don't make movies like this anymore, man. The closest thing to it, I would say, was that 13 Hours movie with Jim from The Office. The Soldiers of Benghazi. It felt kind of rockish, and it was a Michael Bay film, which obviously runs in the same circles or whatever.
Yeah, Bruckheimer directed this one, I think, and then Michael Bay was a producer on it or something.
Yeah, dude, when they worked together, it was fucking golden. Like I wish they would have kept doing that shit.
Listen, The Rock is one of my it was only my third movie I've ever seen with Sean Connery in it at the time, because I'd seen Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, and I'd seen I had First Night had been out, and then this one, because I hadn't got on the James Bond train yet. But yeah, I everything about Sean Connery and the chemistry with him and Nicolas Cage was awesome in that movie. The goddamn cinematography is whatever. That was incredible. That movie and Ed O'Neill, dude, that movie had such great moments that it paced itself with the comedy. Then it had drama with Ed Harris. Peggy wasn't coming down and like yelling at people. But no, Ed Harris.
Why did they come to me to die? Why did they come to me to die?
Ed Harris trying to get his boys back, like the military. He's like, yo, you left our boys to rot outside Baghdad and shit like that. And then on top of that, you got like the actually dramatic moments when at the end of the movie when because we got grid smoke, like that shit. I don't know what, dude, that gave like gets a tear to my eye. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I love that fucking movie, dude. That movie is like amazing.
Fucking all-timer great movie, man. And I'll say this right now: every single 1996 is one of those years. Every single one of these movies is an all-timer. If we were doing a tier list, every single one, it's just that good. What's your number 7? You dirty fucking butt fucker.
I can't wait for you to smell my dick. If I'm a butt fucker, it's gonna smell like pure ass. Happy Gilmore is my number 7. I mean, you gotta put
Beauty Magazine Day. No, it's a different movie.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Happy Gilmore. Mike, it's happy birthday what you're putting on that list.
I'm drunk.
I
apologize.
Little do people know that we're in contact with Adam Sandler, and the sequel is called Happy Birthday, not Happy Gilmore. No, but anyway, it's fine. Happy Gilmore, dude. So it followed on the heels of Billy Madison, which I didn't think was going to get any better than Billy Madison, and Adam Sandler comes and knocks it out of the park with Happy Gilmore. Not the same. He's a little bit more intelligent, which was definitely a change up, but not by much. And thank God it was in the early part of his career where he wasn't using like stupid little Nicky voices and annoying the fuck out of me the entire movie. I loved the idea behind it. Shooter McGavin, go back to your shanties. It's great. Because you eat pieces of shit for breakfast. No. I like, and it's funny. I just watched this movie 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's amazing. This movie really holds up, dude. I swear to God, it's like it's raunchy, of course. It's got that '90s raunch to it, but it's still, you can show this to a sensitive crowd today, and there's not really much they can get offended by. You know what I mean?
Dude, he actually I don't think he got enough credit for that, but he actually mastered that far before all the woke mob shit. Like Adam Sandler made movies that like did not upset people. Even in the 90s when people weren't upset by anything, like
he played that
those
game.
would have played today.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Holly Roxy. Your fingers hurt? Well, now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duties. Does anyone else's back hurt or fingers hurt? No, I didn't think so. By the way, you got to mention Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Like the handlebar mustachio, like it looking good. Is
basically a continuation of his character from Heavyweights.
Well, actually, that's true, because that's weird.
If he got fired and then got a job there.
Yeah, it's dead on him. But yeah, dude, I loved Happy Gilmore, and then obviously Shooter McGavin. One of the best. Chubbs, because goddamn alligator popped up, took my head, cut it down to my prime, but I got him, tore that bastard size out. Look at you. That's
the price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah, I loved how what's his name? Price is Right, dude. What's
Bob
his name?
Barker.
Bob Barker was like, the price is right. Oh no, he's like, now you've had enough, bitch.
I love the beginning, dude, when she's in his. And by the way, my number 6 is Happy Gilmore, so I'll just go ahead and say
okay.
that so we can mix
Yeah.
these in together. But I love the beginning when that girl, when his girlfriend leaves him, and he wakes up with that weird Asian lady in his house.
I want to touch you all over. Dun, dun, dun. Goes, hey, do you know what breakfast? And she's wearing his fucking jersey. It's like, oh god. But yeah,
And that one is like, and you can count on me, meeting you in the parking lot.
you know, one of the movers. You know, one of the movers was Will Sasso.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and he jumped on the couch. He's like, "Hey, man!" But then they're like golfing. I always like that part where they're golfing and they obviously suck. Will Sasso and the other mover guy, and they, he's like, "God damn, you really got a hold of that one." He's like, "I like to see you try." Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks.
he's like, you just knocked that guy. He's like, you should have been standing there.
I love that scene too. And then when he kicks that fight, he hits the woman and she falls out the top window. He's like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe we should go back inside now."
Dude, Happy Gilmore is one of those movies that you can literally watch like almost any time.
Well, the thing is, and you're right though, that was like Adam Sandler was even back then aware that, you know, maybe he was even subconsciously aware. It's like, I want to make a movie that it's really inoffensive to anybody, any generation can watch it.
Yeah. And he was, and that's another thing about it. Like you talk about Little Nicky or stuff like that, where he overdoes it. Happy Gilmore's a movie where he really doesn't overdo it. No, he goes to the batting cage. He's like, try it for 6 weeks. I got a bit ready. Like, oh yeah, I like that.
And then he hits him in the head. He's like, "Oh yeah, that hurt a little bit." And then Chubb's like, "No, you cut it out. You're making me sick." But here's the thing. And I know people are going to be mad at us for saying that about Little Nicky, but like, dude, it's the same. Little Nicky, Hoobie Halloween, when he does those voice things, the only time I was okay with it was "Don't Mess with the Zohan." I think that shit was funny. Like that actually, I didn't mind that. But with the you know the accent that he had for Little Nicky, I fucking hated that dude. It took me out of the movie.
By the way, I'm just gonna like at some point we've got to do a Happy Gilmore Patreon commentary, you guys. So for those of you guys who make the votes,
oh yeah.
Happy Gilmore would be a legendary Patreon commentary. We got to do that.
By the way, Holly Roxy, I like Holly Roxy's subtlety. So she's like endlessly quotable, meaning like you guys have quoted it enough. Move the fuck on. That's what that is, and that's why you're a mod, because you're like, hey, shut the fuck up and go to the next film.
We need to be checked. Sometimes, and I'm gonna check the fridge for another beer. What's your number 6?
Apple juice. Yeah. Number 6 is gonna
drink alcohol. You can get addicted. Don't do it.
What the? Yeah, it really is true. The Frighteners is my number 6.
That movie sucks.
Oh, wow, dude. Jesus Christ. This guy doesn't like people with Parkinson's disease, apparently. Anyway, this guy over here getting up. Anyway, I know it's not Parkinson's. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I'm sorry. Anyhow, I love this movie. I think it's great. There's something about it that's got a good mixture of Ghostbusters with Beetlejuice to it. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I've always felt like that. Michael J. Fox obviously is a very likable character in anything that he does. He was great in this movie as well. I liked his backstory as well, and how he acquired the powers to see the dead, and then what he does with that gift is great. Like that's exactly what you would imagine a con man would do. Like, you know, those guys from Ghost Hunters, 1,000% that if they could do what Michael J. Fox could do, 100% they would fucking do it. They would do it. The detective guy, can't remember his name. Wonderful, amazing actor. Creepy as fuck too. Loved him. And then Jake Busey. Like, Jake Busey is Gary Busey without the head trauma. Like, just an evil big tooth fucker, and you don't want to have that guy staring down at you in the night. Yeah, and his storyline with how like, guys, I mean, some of you folks might not have seen the movie, so I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's got a great ending. It's touching. It's horror. There's some good horror in it, and it's got a, I don't know, Leo. I don't know. It's people like this. It's got like it's like a feel good movie for me. I don't know why that is, but yeah, Jeffrey Combs. Yeah. Special Case says best Michael J. Fox movie after Back to the Future. Man, you could be right. I like Risky Business. I think Risky Business was an amazing Michael J. Fox movie, but there's something about this movie with Michael J. Fox in it. Like, I don't really think you could add anybody else in to do the job that he did and make it as cool and amazing as Michael J. Fox did. I mean, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. Is that? I don't know. Okay, No Stinger since 94 says The Frighteners. What's the plot without spoiling it too much? Okay, so Michael J. Fox is a run-of-the-mill regular dude. He's a little bit lazy, a little bit putting things off, newly married. He has a horrific accident, loses his wife. After the accident, he becomes a paranormal investigator, trying to eliminate the paranormal situations from normal people's lives. But then he gets caught up in some real supernatural business, and then he's got to step up and be the man and do the thing that he's got to do. Anyway, that's about the best I can give it to you without telling you too much about it. I'm not good at like telling. I know it's weird, right? Because I mean, I'm doing a movie review channel, and I'm not good at giving non-spoilers, but that's the best I could do. Tomo Gato says he's Jay. Yes, it's true. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Except that the ex-wife didn't die. She was just a slut in my case. But yeah, I can see dirty wieners everywhere. No, but if you haven't seen the movie, my man, I can't. Who asked that? I can't remember who asked that, but you go see it. Azteca Aguilar says, "Damn Jay, the jitterers." I know, dude. I know. I shouldn't be holding this pen. I do that shit. Sorry. No Singer says, "I'll have to watch that." Thanks, Jay. Yeah, for sure, man. That's who asked. Yeah, you should watch it. If you're not seeing that movie, you're missing out. And you know what's happening right now, by the way, guys. By the way, chat. Thank you guys so much for staying around, sticking with us. This is what happens when I'm left on my own for too long because I just start rambling shit. Mike's changing his battery, and he's over there having a Bush Light probably, and I'm here saying I don't know. I guess we'll just talk now. I want to move on to my number 5, but I won't. Risky Business is a Tom Cruise movie. That's what I said, Derek. You're wrong. Go back and roll the tape back. I didn't say that. I meant the other. What the fuck was the Michael J. Fox movie where he's a business guy? Jesus Christ. Hi, Chin. Oh my God, dude. Now I've got to look it up. Now I'm an asshole and I have to look it up. Michael J. Fox movies. Doc Hollywood? No, that wasn't it. Okay, I think it was For Love or Money. I don't know. I could be wrong. Spin City. No. That's it. Iron Wolf. Iron Wolf comes in with the fucking save. Secret of My Success. Yeah, because doesn't the cover have like a bottle of champagne that's being popped and like he's riding the wave? That's what I'm thinking of. The Secret to My Success. Yes, you guys are correct though, and I like it. And I like that. I trust you guys here. D. Mitch says, Jay, what games we playing? Well, right now, currently, and you guys, I know, you're like, this asshole was just talking about how much he got back into Fallout. It's true. But I'm actually watching or playing, starting with the third one because I've already played the first 2, Assassin's Creed. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3. I have just got the assassin's suit for Connor. It's a great game. I love it. Combat, little difficult. The pirate stuff, little difficult. But I really just want to get through it so I get to Black Flag because apparently Black Flag is like one of the best. I don't know. Action says, I like that you like it, Jay. I'm glad that you do, Egg. No Stinger says, The Frighteners is added to favorites, Jay. Piracy is the best crime ever committed. You are correct. I think.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You scared me a little bit.
Go ahead and go on with your list because my camera fucked up and I have to restart my computer real fast.
Oh no! Well, hold on a second. Just give me 1 second. I gotta get.
Take a PP. I'll do my number 5 while you're gone.
Okay.
Listen to me, the silent sounds of your hearts. I know you can't see me, but you can feel me. And if you can feel me, then you know that it doesn't feel great. But I'm inside. I don't know if you can tell or not. My number 5 is going to be Fear, folks. And Fear is high on my list, yes. And I love this movie so much. It's so rewatchable. Why do I feel like Donald Trump the way I'm breaking apart my words right now? It's a great movie. It's a great movie about a man who loves a woman and he's misunderstood. But no, seriously, I love this movie so much. It's an underrated thriller. It's hilarious, yeah, because it's Mark Wahlberg and it's fucking wackadoo. So it is hilarious, sure. And it's got a million great lines in it, but the dad is underrated too. William Graham from Manhunter and CSI and all that shit. So fucking good in there. But I feel like a lot of us kids growing up at this time have sisters and they dated guys who were assholes. Specifically for me, my sister was 5 years older and she was a super cunt and she still is to this day. But so were the guys she dated. So like they would always be fucking weird as shit and like coming over and going through our fridge and shit like that. So I felt that little kid's like plight when he came over. He's like, "Hey, Nicole, go give me a Coke." I was like, "Oh, fuck this guy." And he kind of freaked me out a little bit. And like Jay said, the home invasion part scared me as well. So not only did it have an amazing soundtrack, Renee Zellweger, Reese Witherspoon, was amazing in the movie. She got fingered on a roller coaster, and that part was cool. Yeah. But an intense, super awesome, underrated ass thriller. And Mark Wahlberg was an amazing fucking bad guy, which is why I'm excited to see him play that Flight Risk movie or whatever, directed by Mel Gibson, because he hasn't played a bad guy role since, and he was so good in the movie. I'm going to turn off my computer and turn it back on right now. Okay. And then when I get back, I'm going to be like, "Let me in your fucking house."
That's scary thoughts.
See you in just a minute. Okay. You can keep going down your list, whore.
Okay, whore. I will. So it's weird, guys. This is what happened. This is like, I feel like that scene in Ghostbusters 2 when they were like, "Oh, I thought it was going to be He-Man." You know what I mean? Because I wasn't expecting this, but here we are. Let's go with it. Let's have fun. All right, ready to go? Number 5 is going to be, I know people are going to get mad as fuck about this shit, and it's okay. Scream. It's going to be Scream. And people are asking themselves, "What the fuck? Did you smoke? Did you do a line? Did you do crack cocaine, sir?" No, I did not. But it's number 5 because there were so many great movies that came out in 1996. It just couldn't be my number 1. It couldn't be my number 2, and it couldn't be my number 3. I know nighttime. I know. I could hear your rage from here. Please close your eyes. I can't look at those eyes right now. But number 5 is Scream because, and that's still a good. Listen. It's still in the top 5. That's heavy duty times. Okay. What did it do? It reinvented horror for one. It did. It saved horror from a vile fate after the disaster films that had happened before. You know, Nightmare on Elm Street was Freddy's Dead. Oh my God, what a tampon of an ass movie that was. Jason Goes to Hell, get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to talk to you. You've disappointed Mother and I. You've had Halloween. 6 came out. That's not bad. I do like that, but it was still like everything was bad. Look at me, Jay. Hello, Egg. Special says "fick me," dude. I don't know what that means, but that sounds naughty. But yeah. So overall, horror was in a bad place in the 90s, and I think Scream came along. It gave something fresh. It gave something different. The meta thing was invented, which is awesome, and it was such an original, unique story, and it acted very well. And everybody was great in their individual roles. I couldn't ask for a better horror movie and a great movie just in general. So, as Tekka Aguilera says, midget stripper. Where? How could you see them? But either way, so that's my number 5. And I know, listen, like, let's just come on, guys. Like, we know that Mike's going to have that as number 1, so he's going to go more in depth to talk about it than I am. That's Mike having it at number 1 is like, you know that your wife's fucked somebody. You know what I mean? Like before you, like, you know, she's not a virgin in the wedding on wedding day. You know what I mean? The white dress, the whole thing. She's had sex before in relationships prior. That's kind of what it is. Like, I didn't know Mike's number 1 was that. Come on, dude. We know it's number 1. Michael says, "Jay, where did you get your clock from?" What? Amazon. Hey, there he is.
At 8:56 this morning. Ever. I activated myself.
Yeah, there he is. I literally was getting ready. I'm glad that you came. I'm glad, but why is you here? Because actually what I was doing, I was saying, like, I know what your number 1 is going to be because my number 5 was Scream. So I was like, I'm going to let somebody
5,
else.
You fucking cunt.
Listen, I knew people were going to get mad about it, but let me tell you something. I can smell your penis breath and your rage from here, and I don't want to have to deal with it tonight. I just won't deal with it. The reason why is here. Listen, I was like,
I was April to you at the Creed concert.
Yeah, it really was 100%. You're acting just like her, and I'm getting tired of it. But no, yeah, Merlin says you are glad you came. But no, like, here's the thing. The reason why is because I was like, Mike. People say, "Well, I didn't know Mike's number 1 was going to be Scream, you asshole." Now you ruined it. I was like, that's like acting like your wife's a virgin on her wedding night. Like, you know that shit's not pure. You know what I mean? Like, other men have been around it.
It's 100%. It's 100%.
Well, we're not the 1700s here. But like, I thought she was a virgin. No.
Yeah, I think I got it. So we're back. We're fully back. Sorry about that, everybody.
So my number 5 was Scream. And
Piece of shit.
I was waiting for. Yeah, I haven't got to my. Yeah, so you're up next.
Like, I bet you guys, if I didn't exist, like if I didn't exist as a human being, like ever, in like eternity, first off, Jay would be a lot happier as a human being. Second off, I bet
Hey,
Scream would be
don't
his number
assume
one.
things
He
about
only
my,
does
don't
it.
assume things about my gender. Oh, you were talking about something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Is that as far as you got, number 5?
Yeah, and by the way, I will say this: if I do, I don't know if I ever want to, like, maybe when I move out to the new apartment or whatever. If I hopefully I get the apartment or whatnot. Mike and I talked about like doing like video game stuff. I don't know if I could do it, dude. I swear to God, they would be the fastest fucking videos of all time because I talk really fast, and the more nervous I get, the faster I talk. They'd be 4-minute fucking videos. I would literally do. I would like if I was doing a review of anything.
Oh yeah,
it'd be like a 4-minute video. I'm like, all right, guys, catch you next week. Have a good time. All right, bye.
Some people like it hot. My number 4 is going to be a little bit of twist of the nipples. This seems crazy low, I know, but it is crazy low. That's fair. But I'm telling you, man, I went and saw this in theaters like 4 times, and as a kid, being like 11 years old at the time, finding your way, getting rides and getting people to care for you at the movie theater to go see a movie 3 or 4 times. I mean, you had to put the fucking work in to do it. And you stole my design, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, your wrist gets tired from all the hand jobs.
Strange man at subways and whatnot, speedways. But no, literally, man, like this movie wowed me. It blew me away. It let me know how special movies can be. It let me know how special this and Independence Day specifically. Let me know how special blockbuster movies can be as a kid. Today they don't make them that way. You just don't get. And I even like Twisters a lot, but man, we were obsessed with tornadoes growing up as kids. We sat around a table drawing tornadoes. We watched the VHS Nature's Fury. Remember that one? And we wanted to be storm chasers when we grew up. So just fucking adored it. And Bill Paxton is a fucking all-time legend. I love Twister, and I always will.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that you are correct. And I like what you've said. And I really enjoy your description of why it was so good, because my number 4 is Twister as well.
I knew it. I could feel it in my dick.
Yeah, you can feel that. Is that what you think it did? Jesus Christ, Joe. Release fucking Dorothy into the suck zone. By the way, you guys, what's his name? He played Capote, which is a great fucking movie, by the way.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, dude. Listen to my face, and my lips are talking to your ear right now. Philip Seymour Hoffman. If Philip Seymour Hoffman had not unfortunately killed himself, imagine him as the Penguin, because I think that was going to be like he was going to be.
I think he died of an overdose. To be fair.
Well, you shouldn't do drugs because you're slowly killing yourself. Is what I mean. But anyway, okay, fine. He died of an overdose.
Also, McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah, be careful.
It's very good.
So is heroin.
And you know what?
I'm just saying. I wouldn't know.
You put them on a burger, you eat it. We don't know. I'm not going to knock it until I try it. I don't know what to do anymore. But here's what I'm saying is Twister was a really good movie. Do the special effects hold up today? Probably not. I mean, it doesn't look great, but the acting is incredible still. And there's something about that movie, dude. I love storms. I fucking love storms. It's like fall is my favorite season, period. Fall and the cool weather and the changing leaves. But there's something about like spring and summer days when that threatening thunderstorm, dark clouds, you can see lightnings flashing in between the like the clouds. There's something about that that's amazing, dude. It's like magic or something. And like I couldn't even imagine how cool that would look over like a Kansas or like a Oklahoma landscape. That would be a dream for me, dude. Like just imagine that you're getting your little shitty fucking van that you got like 400 payments left on because you're a broke piece of shit, but all you care about is getting Dorothy up in that fucking storm. You want to put Dorothy in.
Yeah, we'll stick around because the days is sniffing or shit. I fucked it up. He's like, yeah, we'll stick around because the days is sniffing dirt are over. He's like, yeah, it's better what you sniff.
Yeah, dude. Even the smallest cast member was good. And I feel like they did a good job in Twisters of capturing that stuff too, as well. Like like your backup band needs to be as important as the main characters. You know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, man. And that's I think I was thinking about this because I bought it on 4K. And by the way, I still think the tornadoes look great. So fuck you.
First off, I don't know why you spent $4,000 on a film.
It was $25. It was
Oh,
$25.
You said
and I was
4K. I get
I
it.
was
Okay.
really fucking excited. Why did my fucking screen just do that weird shit? I was really excited about it, and I watched it. And my 8-year-old likes Twisters, the new one, a lot more than this one. And she keeps telling me, like every time I'll be like, "Hey, let's go get a Slurpee," and she's in the back seat of the car, like, "Hey, you know what's weird is that original Twister movie, those tornadoes look like shit." And I'm like, "Shut up!"
Did you finally say, I didn't want to tell you this like in this way, but you're adopted? I
Yeah.
don't know what to say.
Her sister tells her all the time. It's fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like I think, I mean, I don't think the new one holds a candle to it, but I still think the tornadoes look good. Specifically, that first Twister, I think looks amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And they did a pretty good job of even in Twisters. I mean, yeah, I know it was like it's not the same. It doesn't have the same soul in it as Twister does, but they did a pretty good job of capturing as much as they could what Twister, the original Twister, was.
That's what I was going to say. The beautiful thing about the original Twister is they just threw you in the middle of it. Like you show up with these characters and you don't know that he's just divorced Helen Hunt and he's with Melissa now, and all the shit's going on, and you kind of have to catch up as the movie goes along.
Yeah.
In the new movie, they kind of like they have that whole preface event, which was cool because they had a good nader in it, and they kind of just like lead you by the hand along. I really liked how in the original Twister we kind of had we just were thrown in the middle of the story of these interesting people with Dorothy and Carrie Ells and all this shit, and I like that a lot better.
Yeah, it was kind of like Lord of the Rings, but with tornadoes. It just goes. I was like, who are these people? Shut up? Who are these people? What's their backstory? I don't know. I'll find out later.
Yeah, I'll just watch them walk for 17 hours, and then maybe Frodo will want to fuck Bilbo. I don't know.
You shut your fucking mouth about the rings, sir.
You can throw up.
Yeah, I will. If you talk about it one more goddamn time, I'll put Frodo's dick in your mouth. Teabag these packets. No. I'm kidding. Like I'm not a Lord of the Rings defender like that. I'll still pick Star Wars over it every day of the week. But like, I still think it's great. You should watch it, man. It's good.
No. I'm.
Don't you ever answer me that shortly again, unless it's come in my mouth. I don't want to hear that.
My number 3 is going to be down, bam, 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 bam.
Hold on, dude. I can't, Daniel, you son of a fuckhole, dude. If I hadn't read that, I can't say that because that's what's it. Remember, what happened? In Clerks 2, dude, Daniel says, "Hey, F word. They're not gay. They're hobbits." I'm sorry, dude. I read it and then I heard it in my head immediately. That's just oh my god! Don't look at his pee-pee.
Hey, if France can do what they did with the Olympics, you can say it. Don't. I'm kidding. Shush. My fucking earphone's going crazy with it.
Oh man.
Something's loose around here.
So it's not your cell phone's going off. It's YouTube calling and saying you're canceled.
It could be. Your channel's literally been canceled midstream. No, it's Broken Arrow for me, number 3, dude. God damn it, this is a summer fucking classic. I could literally turn this on any day of the week at any time and watch this movie. It is one of the best 1v1 two-hander. I know it wasn't technically a two-hander because there's a lot of people around. I love giving two-handers. But Christian fucking Slater and John Travolta were a perfect match for each other. The way it starts off with the boxing match, and John Travolta is kind of the fucking he is the alpha of the two of them.
Yeah.
So Christian Slater has to kind of overcome him, and then you finally get to that last fight scene, and he literally does the fucking the blood wipe off his mouth, and then beats the fuck out of John Travolta, and finally overcomes his nemesis. God damn it, I love this fucking
dude.
movie.
I'll be honest with you. I forgot all about Broken Arrows because I was thinking about Broken Dicks. But I will say this: it is absolutely a killer ass movie, and it belongs in the top 5. I can only put so many movies in my top 5, but yeah, dude, the music, the story, and look, and you know what? It's just one of those straight up like cool bro action movies. It's a buddy cop movie, but you know, it's unfortunately not the buddy cop movie or buddy action movie you want because those buddies become assholes and don't like each other. Or one of them does. It's kind of like how me and Mike come up with videos. It's like, yeah, well, you're being a prick. We're gonna do that. But no, yeah, and the music's great. I always remember the end. Oh, he's like something. He's like, "Ain't it cool?" or something. I don't remember what. Yeah, that's like it's if you could encapsulate John Travolta's career when he actually was like the man. It's like in the early '90s to like early 2000s, and then he just Battlefield Earth out.
Yeah, dude, it was a little Lethal Weapon, a little Bad Boys. Like, it's like, could we please not shoot at the nuclear weapons? Dude, fucking so good. And
Holly Roxy's got it right there. Boom, 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 boom.
Dun,
That's
dun,
such a
dun.
soothing song.
Yeah, I fuck to it. But no, when that missile's coming at him, and John Travolta's, I love the dummy shot too.
Yeah.
He just goes,
Yeah.
yeah, and he takes it, but then you can clearly see it's a dummy when he flies out. But then at the same time, you got Christian Slater hopping out of the train doing this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was for kids like us who grew up before the internet, who ran around our yards playing guns. It was like we made that movie for ourselves, like down to the final fight scene. Everything about that movie is so fucking cool. I love it.
It was G.I. Joe with the stealth bomber. And you know what John Travolta thought? He thought he could deflect the missile with his dick. Because that's what he thought. He was like,
at that time,
I'll just get hard really quick and it'll just bounce off my wiener.
He probably lived there. There should have been a sequel.
Yeah, but he didn't have his masseuse handy. Allegedly. Allegedly is what I said. Is what
Allegedly.
I said. Allegedly. My number 3, we've already talked about it at pretty good length. Dusk Till Dawn is my number 3. It's by next to John Carpenter's Vampires. Like I swear to God, it's my favorite, and Lost Boys. It's my favorite vampire movie ever. It just is, and it was so funny. I remember my uncle renting this movie for us when we were kids. It was me, my little brother, and I just knew it was a vampire movie, but I didn't know much about it. But the cool factor to it is what sets it apart from any other vampire movie. It was the Gecko brothers, so fucking cool, dude. And like every line that George Clooney, because George Clooney was like the alpha male. He was the badass with the tribal tattoo. If I ever was going to get a tribal tattoo, that'd be it. Like that was when I was like, if I get a tattoo, it's going to be just like that.
Yeah, like he earned that shit.
Yeah, he earned that shit. But I mean, I wasn't going to earn it. I was just like, I saw it in the movie and I want it. And then he had so many great lines too. Like he was like, if you try to run, I got 6 little friends and they can run faster than you. I'm like, God damn, that cold though. That's so cold. But yeah, it was. And it goes.
Could you do me a favor and eat my pussy for me?
He goes, yeah, dude. And I love that line too. And he was like, I mean, I'll do that for you if that's because you know how like Quentin Tarantino's kind of got a list, but he's like, and he goes, "What's it? You asked me if I would eat your pussy, and I'm gonna do that if you want me to do that." And he's like, "Fuck, Seth. These are like my only pair. These glasses." He's like, "Shut up about the glasses. We'll get new ones." But yeah, dude, I love that. I love their interactions. I loved everything about the chemistry between Tarantino and Clooney was great. And by the way, a lot of people don't know this. They think it's a Tarantino movie. It's a Rodriguez film.
Yep.
Yeah, and Selma Hayek, obviously one of the hottest chicks of all time, and in one of the hottest roles of all time. And yeah, who wouldn't want to suck on that big toe? And Sex Machine, Tom Savini, he was in it as well. Good times. Yeah, so it's number 3. And if you wanted any higher on the list, then fuck yeah. Yeah, Aztec Aguilera says, what's in Mexico? Mexican.
Same vibe as Desperado.
It really does have the same vibe.
Like, hey, your beer tastes like piss. He's like, it's because we piss in it. Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado. If you haven't seen those movies, I'm talking about a double feature that will just blow your dick. I mean, it's so good.
Dude, you know what's crazy about it too is that you remember that scene, and they did it was such a really actually haunting shot when Seth comes home from getting the burgers and they had that hostage, and they only do the flash like with Richie, and he's in the room, and you see a flash, and because he like opens the door and he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And then the way that they're flashing, and you know it's bad, like he raped her and then fucking killed her.
Dude, fucking
like that's scary.
I mentioned this earlier. Which half of the movie do you take? Do you take the first half of the movie? Would you rather seen that movie play out or the second half of the movie?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say because they're both
Answer the fucking question.
How about you just don't put me on the? You want me on that wall, huh? I can't answer it.
Pick one, you fucking ball licker.
I hope a racist word comes out of your mouth and you cancel yourself forever.
You're going down with me, Pedro.
That's true. Because I can't come back. No, I listen. No, I don't know. I would say if I'll pick the first half of the movie. If I would like to see they're bank robbers that are like they have a heart, like one of them does, and then he has to deal with this psychopath that's got.
Hey, Kyle just farted, everyone. Kyle just farted.
I can smell it from here. I thought it was just the ozone melting, but it was a fart. But no, yeah, it's the first half of the film. But it really is true. If you showed the first half of that movie to somebody and you were like later on like that's a vampire movie, they'd be like, no way.
Yeah, and it gets crazy too. It gets crazy with the stick, as Joseph Gordon-Levitt says. My number two is going to be Cable Guy. Look, this is going to seem high for some people. It's going to make me seem high to some people, and maybe I am.
That giggle bush.
But dude, Cable Guy over the years, I'm telling you, this is one of the most rewatched movies, top 5 most rewatched movies of my entire life. Dude, it's so underratedly fucking funny. Everything about it when he's in the bathroom is like, flip up.
Did you say clean up or peanuts?
I think he said peanut. Peanut.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
But I mean, he's like, she's fine. She's tip top. Checked her out myself. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, I could make it cool looking, Steven. I bet cranberry eggs.
Yeah, dude. Like the Cable Guy was literally me trying to make friends in middle school. It's like you overdo it all the time. Like you're really trying to go the extra mile to be friends with that guy.
God damn, dude. And the karaoke jam, fucking everything about it, man. That movie, top to bottom, is just.
Do you feel like that movie is a comedy or is it a horror movie? Or,
it's a comedy. It's definitely a comedy to me. It's like the bad word is
not a horror movie. Not like a horror, like a thriller.
Sure. I mean, I think it has thriller aspects to it, but I think it just confused people when it came out because they expected a full blown comedy and they were like, it's so dark, but it's really not. Like it's not that dark. It's actually just really fucking funny. It just has comedy. Like a dark theme to it. Yeah, dark comedy. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, D Mitch, I'm gonna tell you this. It's just skin Stephen. I'm not gonna say that to my mother. By the way, that was the only times I actually liked Matthew Broderick. Besides Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Besides Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I did not like Matthew Broderick. After this movie, he was okay in. I didn't like him in Godzilla.
No, I didn't. I liked him in Election, but he was good. God damn it, Chip! Will you stop it?
You imagine like how crazy that is? Like this guy that you want nothing to do with in your life, like this weird stalker dude, has got your whole life figured out. He knows everything about you. Like it would be like in today's world, it'd be like a troll knowing where you live, swatting you, all that stupid shit that trolls do. But this was before internet.
He hits him and his list comes back as you son of a bitch. Or when they're at medieval times and it's like
yeah. He put that, you go like, look at here. Silence of the loud.
He's like, I fucking get that. It's one of my, and honestly, it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Like I adore this movie so fucking much. Anyway, that's Cable. I'll just gush about it for forever if we don't.
Yeah, it's an amazing. There's a lot of, you're right. When it came out, I don't think it was appreciated because it was so far removed from what Jim Carrey at that time was normally doing. Like he was doing the over the top slapstick comedy, Ace Ventura shit, and they were like, "What's this?" Because it was just outside of his normal.
The face is like. he's like, I'll juice you up.
That part, that dream sequence that Broderick had fucking scared me, dude. When he was like all like eyes glowing and shit, that was
actually scary.
Yeah.
No shit.
My number 2.
I love this game.
My number 2, what I like to call my dick, and the movie The Rock. All that happens is water crashes against it and it doesn't go anywhere. But no. We already talked about it, and that was a terrible joke. I really don't even know where that joke was going to go. I just said it.
I didn't hear it, to be honest with you, so it's okay.
That's fine. I think they did too. They heard it, but I don't have any follow up to what I was saying. Wow, what can I say here? No, The Rock is great. We talked about it pretty at length why it was so good.
Sorry, it popped in my head. He's like, I think he was Asian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, what can you say? What more can you say about that movie? That movie, like, it's got a great soundtrack. I mean, and listen, Sean Connery was the first, honest to God, like he could really motivate you. He's like, your best. Only losers say your best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Now that's what you want to have in your ear, you fucking loser. Goes, you and your beige Volvo. There was something really cool and unique and special and charismatic about that movie. I don't know what it is. And I also love that at the end of the film that, we can't forget Tony Todd doing his best not to be the fucking Candyman in that. It's like, this shit works. Remember when he had Nicolas Cage cornered? But yeah, like listen, again, top to bottom, that cast was loaded with some good ass fucking actors.
Yeah, man, that's a great fucking movie. That movie's America.
It really listen. I've always said this, dude, straight up. If Ed Harris was younger, he would have been the Captain America. Like I swear,
yeah, I can see it. Milk
like
money.
the crystal blue eyes, the determination, like the never, and like even the end of that movie where he's like, because I thought you were ready to kill. He goes, I'm warming up to it, but he had no intention of really doing it. That was
good.
Yeah,
that was a good fucking scene. Yeah, that movie, dude. That movie gets me fucking going. I love it so much. It's one of the.
Remember when he said, "He goes, hey, do you ever listen?" Like Nicolas Cage, he was like, I was just like, you escaped here right before. He's like, yeah. He's like, well, I would just because of the current situation we're in. How in the name of Zeus's butthole did you do it? Because that information might be relevant now, maybe.
Question right now: keep one, delete one. The Rock or Die Hard with a Vengeance?
I'll delete The Rock, but I fuck you for dare asking.
That's an awful question. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
you should not have asked me that. That's like asking, hey, choose between your two daughters, which one you like better. You won't want to do it.
That's a mean question.
Yeah, it's an awful, but no, yeah, and then like it's like what did he say? Oh yeah, when he was talking to Tony Todd, he was like, "Have you ever listened to Elton John, the Rocket Man?" He goes, "I don't listen to soft shit." That reminds me of Mike when I'm trying to tell him, it's like, hey man, you ever listen to Savage Garden? He's like, oh, soft shit.
Dude, I know what your number one's gonna be. You know what my number one's gonna be. I know what your number one's gonna be. Let's just say it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Independence Day. You said your number.
Well, it doesn't matter. Scream.
God damn it!
Oh yeah, you're right. It's Independence Day for mine.
Mine's Scream.
Yep. God, you didn't see that coming? I know people are going to.
I'm not going to try to spell that shit right now.
I know, dude.
It's pretty good.
Whatever.
Why? Why is Independence Day your number one?
Because it's the goddamn popcorn movie of all popcorn movies. It's the one that said, "Hey, look at Daddy and his dick. It's huge."
I can't. I'm actually
like your shocked. Actual father. God, you got to explain this to people nowadays.
I'm genuinely shocked. Like I would have if you had asked me like what Jay's number one of this amazing year, the best year of movies you've ever seen. I would have said either Dusk Till Dawn or The Rock. Yeah, I would have said Dusk Till Dawn or The Rock.
You're not wrong. You're not far off because The Rock is number 2, and I did flirt with it being number 1, but then we decided we'd be better as friends. But Independence Day is number 1 because I was thinking to myself in 1996, I over and over remember like watching and renting Independence Day. I loved it that much, and that's why Mom got it for me for Christmas. Because it was they were probably tired of paying late fees for Independence Day. Like the only other time you heard Independence Day more in my household is when it was actually fucking July 4th. Like, because I would talk about it all the time. It was that much. But
I honestly, dude, I remember. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I could be lying out of my fucking fat dick sucking mouth. But I do remember. I'm pretty sure I got the Scream VHS with the hot red lips on it.
Yeah.
With I think it was Tatum. On the cover and the lenticular ID4 on the same Christmas. It was a great fucking Christmas. Like, I'm pretty sure I got them on the same Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this year was like, you guys. You guys don't know what it was like to be alive then. Maybe you do, probably, because young people don't like us. But, like...
Special K is up here like fucking Mark Twain that after he wrote a book and he's on the world tour, he's like, ID4 does not hold up. It's too childish. I was like, oh, okay. I get it. Well, I'm doing my best here, Dad. No, I know it's not for everybody. And yes, of course, the special effects don't hold up necessarily, but the acting does. And I feel like there's something overall charming about
I don't think the special effects are bad. Honestly, I don't.
They're not bad. They just don't hold up. I mean, like there's certain parts of it that you're like, yeah, that looks dated, but it's still a good movie. I still enjoyed it. And that was the first time, like, I guess the only other movie that compares to it, as far as like the big tent movie of the summer was like Jurassic Park that I remember as a kid. Like everybody was talking about it. Everybody was about it. Maybe Space Jam, but there was something about Independence Day and Jurassic Park that I remember. Like if they asked me to pick what 2 movies really bookended each other in the 90s, it'd
Yeah.
be Jurassic Park and Independence Day. It really would be. There's a
That's
lot
fair.
of awesome movies in between it, but it was just those movies.
No, that's fair. It shocks me, but I get it. So between Jay and I's lists, the only real differences as far as movies not there or there are Jay had Primal Fear in his top 10. It's in my honorable mentions. He had Space Jam in his top 10. It's in my honorable mentions. The Frighteners, I think that movie's overrated as fuck. I don't like it. I just don't think it's a good movie. I'm sorry. I think it's an amazing idea. I love the cover. I love the VHS. I love Michael J. Fox. But that movie with that nonstop fucking head grating score, I don't think it's that great. But apart from that, we had the exact same list, other than my list had Cable Guy. You didn't have Cable Guy in your top 10. You didn't have Broken Arrow in your top 10.
No, so in my honorable mentions, I had Broken Arrow, I had Cable Guy, I had Courage Under Fire.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Courage Under Fire was really, really good. And I usually don't like women in strong roles. I mean, know your place.
Who does, right?
I mean, get out of here. I don't know who you're talking
Woke
about.
shit.
Who are you talking to, Jody? That's not joking. That's not. Was that
Silence
Jody
of the
Foster?
Lambs? It should be Silence of the Females.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Shut up. Is that an ego I hear? No, then shut up.
Shut the fuck up while my shit's playing.
You know what? We need to quit while we're ahead. We're joking. Ransom. I can't believe Ransom wasn't in your top 10.
Yeah, it's in my honorable mentions.
Give me back my son.
Give back my son.
Yeah. Daylight. I like Daylight a lot.
I never liked that one.
Well, it was on the tail end of Sly's like career, but it's still good. Well, not his career, because Copland came out a little bit after that. But I feel like, but the thing about Copland, I feel like nobody ever watched Copland for whatever reason.
I love Copland.
Copland's amazing, but it's like,
So
I understand people like they're like it's not really Sylvester Stallone's movie, but it is. But
I think that Will Patton playing the pinball machine in Halloween Kills was a play on Copland, because that's what they did with Stallone.
Yeah. Well, and then another one is Crow City of Angels.
That's all my honorable mentions. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I didn't like it. Like here's the thing, it's crazy that we're living in a world now where all you have to be is a crackhead that hangs out behind 7-Eleven to be the Crow. But back then we were hard on that movie. Rapper. Well, we were hard on the Crow City of Angels because it wasn't Brandon Lee and it wasn't The Crow, but it actually is a decent film. It's its own unique story, and Iggy Pop is fucking nasty. He's a perfect bad guy in that movie.
Yeah, dude.
But again, that movie followed Brandon Lee, The Crow. Like that followed that movie. You're never gonna be like,
you guys trust me. Rewatch City of Angels. Like if it pissed you off as a kid or whatever, I'm telling you, rewatch it. It's fucking great. It captures the vibe in a way that this new movie will never do. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's just my opinion. And again, some of you folks that are excited for The Crow, that's cool, man. I'm not like, if you like it, that's cool. I feel like what they're doing with the reimagining of, I don't know why you have to use fucking Eric Draven as your main guy. If you're gonna depart that hardcore from the source material, why call it Eric Draven anyway?
Yeah, just give him a different fucking name.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
By the way, Special K, stop it. Just stop it before I kiss you on the mouth.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He keeps on saying shit's overrated. Every time I say something, he's like, "That's overrated." Special K's like, Copland's overrated. And then he's like, most Mangold movies are overrated. Okay. All right. But Mission Impossible was on my list. And then Thinner. I love Thinner, dude. I know people were asking for it in the chat. I couldn't justify. There were so many great movies that came out in '96. I couldn't justify it being in my top 5. I really couldn't. I couldn't. If Twister didn't exist, it'd be in my top 5. Because I do like that movie. That's one of my favorites. It's not only one of my favorite Stephen King movies, it's one of my favorite Stephen King short stories. But Thinner and then Jerry Maguire. But
Jerry Maguire, dude.
But here's the thing about Jerry Maguire. Like when I talked about earlier in the stream, I said that was a movie I saw years later. I didn't see it in '96. I saw it like years later.
Shoplifting the Pootie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so that's my honorable mentions for the evening.
Mine are my honorable mentions, other than what you listed, are The Glimmer Man. We talked about it. It's like that. No. That's deer penis. That's deer. Hello Lentos is like, no, we'll be closed for renovations. I say 2 weeks. Glimmer Man was fucking great. Biodome, Chester Cheetah. No, that was a different. I was thinking I Can't Hardly Wait.
Biodome is good though. People fucking hate on that movie. That's a good movie.
No, it's funny. It's funny. It's like, you look like a duck poop platypus. I love Biodome, dude. Jingle All the Way was great. Like, yeah. That was a great one. Ransom, obviously, we talked about. Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Can't go wrong.
To be fair, I mean, it's just an extended episode, but that was nice because when you watch Beavis and Butthead back in the day, they would always cut to the music videos and shit, and you're always like, I want to see them eat nachos and like start shit.
Oh yeah,
Beavis
you know what?
Butthead-
And Beavis and Butthead Do America has also got right now with the weather, the sun sucks. It's got the perfect. It
I've
does.
been to the
sun
top of the
does.
mountain, and it is good.
Yeah, dude. And you got to meet Beavis and Butthead's fucking dads that they made out in the desert.
Oh yeah, dude. Doing the beans. And shit.
Yeah. By the
Or
way,
when they
D-Mitch,
dance at the casino, was like, yeah.
by the way, D-Mitch is Mike. When do we get more emojis? When do you shower them down with emojis?
I need to fucking get on that. You're right. Thank you for calling me out. I appreciate it. You're absolutely right, Dad. I'm gonna get right on that
What a
shit.
piece of trash.
We need better emojis. We do. You're absolutely right. Beavis and Butthead Do America, constantly rented back in the day, by the way. Constantly fucking rented.
Mhm.
I even rented that. I remember renting Beavis and Butthead Do America on the night of Y2K. I remember renting
Oh yeah, that was
night. Love that fucking movie. Black Sheep, fucking great.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot about that.
Drinking, smoking, snorting, drinking.
Dude, because little roots, please stay strong. No, dude, he was like, hey, did you fall in some mud? He goes, yeah, I did. And I'm going to be rich too because I'm the only person in the world that knows where you can find white mud. I didn't say mud. I said crud. He goes, come on. I'm not one of your 12-year-olds that's going to believe that. He's like, shut up. he said mud. He's like, yeah, white mud. I'm going to be rich because I'm the only one that knows where you can find white mud.
Multiplicity, fucking all as well. Multiplicity, so hard.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking pissed. Fuck! I forgot all about that.
She touched my purpose.
Oh my god, damn it, dude. Because
That
we're
was fucking-
gonna go eat some dolphins. Hey, wait a minute. We're gonna pet some dolphins. Yeah, I mean, pet.
Celtic Pride was great. I love
fuck,
Celtic
I
Pride.
almost rated that last night.
It's a great fucking movie. Nutty Professor was obviously great. It's gonna be a scream at the screen. Let's see what they at the screen. It's gonna be a scream.
Who the hell called my name? Yeah, I called your name. It's like, keep trying. I'll chuck this between the crack of your ass.
Primal Fear, as Jay mentioned before, and Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking juice in the drinking your juice in the hood is like mail, motherfucker.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie. Yeah, Don't Be a Menace is early beta version of the scary movies.
That's
Scary
true.
Movie.
It's a fucking amazing movie.
It was the rough draft before Scary Movie 1.
Yeah, no, it's fucking. It was that shit was awesome. Jay and I had a
I'm
full
sorry,
in-person commentary of that on Patreon, by the way.
Yeah, don't watch it.
It's bad.
Yeah, I think we were drunk most of it.
We were very, very.
Yeah, I think the entire time we thought the whole movie was led by white guys. That's not true. Because we were drunk assholes. No, we were heavily intoxicated, but it was still a good movie. But I'm gonna get you, sucker is actually the blueprint for Don't Be a Menace and Scary Movie.
I never saw that one.
That late 80s, early 90s. Keenan Ivory Wayans was the main guy in that.
Yeah, too many blacks in it for me.
Wow, dude. You know what it was?
I only said that to see Jay's reaction, just so you guys know.
I know.
Just so I can make that clear.
What just happened? The vitriol that came off of Mike's lips when he said that is what took me aback. I was like, when did the
I
fuck
just want to
we-
see your reaction.
I was like, Alabama is around the corner? What the fuck is going on? I didn't know we rode into Montgomery tonight. Holy shit. God.
Mr. Carr, it was a fucking
No,
joke.
it's a joke, guys. It's a fucking joke. Holy shit.
It was a fucking joke, dude. I just want to see Jay's response.
Yeah. Nighttime's like,
question
whoops.
mark.
I like it.
You guys think I'm serious?
It's like, are you fucking saying things right now with your mouth? Oh shit! JT Custom says MAGA Mike is here. I knew that red hat was in the show.
It was underneath this. When I get done with the show, I actually take a wet wipe and I just mark it off, and it just says "Make America Great Again."
I knew it. I could smell the fucking cross burning on you before you even showed up tonight.
Right. It's
a joke, guys. Come on. Let's all be adults.
Sometimes we
here.
just say shit to get ourselves canceled.
No, seriously. Obviously, Mike is joking. We know Mike is joking.
What fucking timestamp did you leave off on the super chats? By the way?
Alabama.
Play some more Skeeter.
I can't wait. Forrest Gump is my #1 movie of all time, every time. I don't know. Well, you guys are awesome, by the way. Thank you guys so much. You guys, throughout that entire time, we're super chatting, putting up with our bullshit. We like you guys a lot. I would love to smell your butts consensually.
Jay will just part those cheeks.
I will. I'm like, You had definitely had
Sounds like
Hungry Man dinners tonight.
Someone had the beer battered fish.
Yeah, it's basically the Human Centipede Part 4.
Nighttime said choose Like Mike with Bow Wow or Ninja Turtles 3.
Ninja Turtles
Definitely
3.
Ninja Turtles 3, dude.
Yeah, easy score.
Ninja Turtles 3 does suck, but I
Yeah,
had
but
great
it's got,
experience.
dude, me too. I that was and it's I know people are like, what the fuck, but it's true. That was the only time I went besides the newer ones that I got to see the OG Turtles in theater. I remember we went on.
Same.
Yeah, Cody and me went on. My brother went on vacation. I don't know whenever that movie came out, and our cousin took us to go see that movie, like in Indiana or wherever the fuck we went. And I remember watching it. And I'm like, why the fuck are their eyes spaced out so much? These guys have fucking got alcohol fetal syndrome or whatever the fuck it's called. and
Fucking Turtles.
I can't fucking believe it, dude. Like, I mean, I was like, these guys had a bad, rough year between Turtles 2 and now. But the one thing I remember about that movie was the Jungle Boy. That's it. And I never heard that song before. But anyway.
I remember when I went as a kid, it was the first one I saw in theaters too. And we went to a theater that was like a new theater. And it was the first theater I ever went to that actually served food. And it was their opening night in like Virginia Beach or whatever. So it was a big deal. But I remember the Turtles were fucking there, dude. They were there in their fucking outfits.
Yeah.
And like the day before, I threw a coin into one of those wishing wells or whatever, and I was like, I just want to meet the Ninja Turtles in person, like in my head, like that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then they were fucking there, and I was too scared to talk to them. But I was like, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, that movie sucks.
So Jungle Boy, Tarzan Boy, yeah, that's a great fucking song. By the way,
be right back.
Luke Stoltz says, what about Executive Decision? God, I can smell that shit from here. It smells like desperation. I don't like that at all.
You need some tippy?
Yeah, you do. I can smell it from here. You got a crack mark from hell on those panties.
Sir, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Luke Stoltz says Beverly Hills Ninja song. Yep. Dude, god damn, Luke. Like, you're in my head. Get out of here, Charles. That's true. Like, before that, I didn't know what that was. So when Beverly Hills Ninja came out, I was like, oh, that song. That's the Turtles 3 song. But yeah, for sure. Somebody was gonna I was going on something. I'm sorry. Danny Rolling Ghostface says Ninja Turtles 3 had some comedic scenes and way better than any modern TMNT films. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say you're correct, though, because I'm going to ask you a question. How did you get in April's pants? Yeah, it's true. Again, I don't understand why these studios are so oblivious to the fact that people loved the puppeteer version, or the Muppets version of the Turtles, and they don't need CGI shit. Yeah, you can make them do cool stuff, but there's no heart or soul in it. I don't know. But yeah, you're right, man. I would literally take Turtles 3 over the remakes, the part 1 and 2. Do you have it in great? Don't make me roll the window up on you, Eric. I don't. Tomo Ogata says these studios don't understand the IPs other than they're popular. That's exactly what it is. That's 100% what it is, Tomo. 1000%. That's what it is. I see an asshole going back and forth in front of the screen, and I can't wait for him to sit down and make more stupid jokes.
Hey, you guys partying over here?
Latrell says you didn't like the last Ninja Turtles. It's not like I didn't like. I felt like it was okay, but it was also one of those movies that was like, well, here we are now. Like, this is the best we're gonna get, so better buckle up. It's like, being married for a few months. I should. That's not true at all.
She yells at one security guard at a Creed concert, and all of a sudden, it's a terrible marriage.
Listen, they're called jokes, people. Okay, they're exaggerated reality. I don't know how to fucking explain it best. I'm not Johnny Mnemonic. Okay, holy fuck.
You're just lucky some dude didn't walk over and do the 40-year-old virgin. He's like, "Hey, put your bitch on a leash." You're like, "Hey."
Mitch says, "My name is Jay. I like to party. Also like to party." Okay, well, you know what? And if he had put his arm around her and said, "What's up?" I would be like, "Well, you all let me know when you're coming back to the car, because I'm gonna go enjoy my apple juice."
I want to make sure I have my charcuterie board ready for my wife.
I'm very laid back, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't give a fuck.
Pappy says, "What's up, guys? Hope the stream's going great." Well, it's short shriveled and to the left, but we're young. It'll happen. My pick is Scream for 96. Cheers, pal.
I knew I was gonna pick it.
I'm beering and streaming Mortuary Assistant on my Twitch channel before deleting burritos.
Damn,
What's
dude.
y'all's favorite horror movie? Dude, he's having a great night, by the way.
Horror game. Mortuary Assistant. I watched Spooky Loops play that game, and it's fucking scary as fuck, dude. I would never play that game ever. Like if I ever did a Twitch game, no fucking way, dude. No way. And he had the lights off. God damn. That's a bravery. Huge dick.
We're going to do a tiny bit of gaming in this Saturday's Patreon stream. Maybe we should play a little bit of Mortuary Assistant.
When that's on, it's on an Xbox.
Oh, well, fucking shut up then.
So, shut your goddamn mouth. And that's why I'm glad. Okay, God told me, hey, I'm on your side tonight.
What's your favorite horror game of all time? Fucking turd liquor?
Why don't you just listen? You know what you need to do? Spit the hate out of your eyes, okay, and swallow the good times. I will. I will say. Favorite horror game of all time. It's going to be obvious. Of course it is. Resident Evil. The original, the OG Resident Evil. I remember playing that game when it came out in the 90s, loving it, and being scared by it. Silent Hill is great too, but there was something I've always had like a fascination with zombies, and there was there was obviously zombies in it, and it had this great story, and I loved it, but it was also terrified of it. Yeah, it's Resident Evil 1, the original.
Mine's going to be Dead Space. Dead Space scared the fuck out of me. Great fucking game. Underrated as shit. But Bat Beast, it's good to hear from you, buddy. I'm glad you're having a good time. It sounds like a great fucking time.
Bat Beast, by the way, your profile pic, dude, you look like an X-Men that got selected in The Last Stand, but you didn't make it.
You died in the opening
scene. You died when you took on the one kid that could take away your mutant powers.
That's fair. That's fair. Robin Barketter says Scream, The Craft. And by the way, The Craft was omitted from both. I've never been a big Craft guy. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I can watch it. I think it's fine. But it's never been a movie maybe I need to. Because I watch movies like, what's this fucking movie over here? The Curve with Matthew Lillard. I think this is a great 90s horror movie. Maybe I need to give The Craft another chance. I think I've only seen it once. Jay McGuire, Twister, Happy Gilmore, Cable Guy, Fargo. By the way, Fargo was omitted from both of our lists. I've never been a huge Fargo guy. Great movie. Just never really stuck to my dick the way that Herpes does. Sleepers was another one. Neither of us talked about Sleepers. Too depressing for me.
Yeah, it's really
more.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. 96 was a great year for movies, man.
Stiff as a board, light as a dick. Stiff as a board, light as a dick. I like The Craft, but again, those girl power movies. Ooh, get out of here! I'm not fucking Spice World. I'm not Spice World. By the way,
I need a white cis man leading my film, or really, I just can't get into it.
Okay, first off, your cis shit is fucking racist. I don't know
what that means. I think it means cocks
inside of you, and that's what it means. By the way, come on, Gato says.
I don't have any cocks in me. I don't know what this is about.
Oh God, it says Craft is an okay cheese spike. Wait, wrong Craft. Shit. I had to explain it. No, listen, The Craft is a good movie. I honestly,
he hates women.
I love them when they're doing what I want them to do. No, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, by the way, I will say, The Craft is one of those movies. I have to be in the mood for it, and even then, I'm not the target demographic. You know what I'm saying? I understand why that movie was popular, and it was a good movie. I'm not the target demographic. But I will say that the main chick in that, the one with the huge mouth, I know
Veruca Salt. I think
Veruca Salt. She wanted the golden goose. She got the golden spell book. I will say I thought she was hot, dude. Mike always thought she was ugly. I thought she was hot.
I was never attracted to her at all. I never understood that.
Huge mouth.
Maybe it's too much of she seems like she would yell at you in an angry way. I don't know.
I don't know. Wife at a casino. You're right.
Yeah. Talk to a security guard.
That's PTSD.
Sean Poopy Tattoos says, "Hey guys, this is my first super chat. So take it slow.
The last one if the channel gets taken off.
And be gentle. But thanks, Mike, for the follow on Insta. If you do come get tattooed someday, I'll tattoo the Wham logo on myself. Much love." Sean Poopy Tattoos, listen to me. I don't believe that you give Poopy Tattoos.
What a ringing endorsement. Sean Poopy Tattoos.
No, I took a picture in St. Louis, and then I saw after we were on the day we were leaving, he was like, "Come get tattooed." And I was like, "Fuck, dude." We actually joked about me and my wife and my wife's mom, who's fucking cool as shit, like getting tattoos that day, but we knew that it would be hard to get into somewhere. And I saw that and I was like, fuck, that would have been so cool. Like literally next time, man.
Is he
I
local?
would love to do that. What?
Is he local?
No, he's in St. Louis. Fucking read, listen, open
I
your
don't
ears.
want to read or listen. You know
Open your
why?
heart.
Because I've not had 15 old fashions tonight.
And don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. No,
Hey, Sean, hey, you can tattoo me, run on my ass after you sign it.
With your dick.
Yeah, you better. Very close to it.
But I like small tattoos. Like I got this big ass one here, and it was like 7.5 hours. And after that, I was like, no more big tattoos. So I'm an easy guy. I'm gonna do like a fucking Chipotle bag of tattoos across my whole body. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it, Sean. Let's fucking do it.
Hey, and he said he was gonna get a tattoo of Wham across somewhere.
Yeah, I got one. Jay doesn't have one because he doesn't actually enjoy this channel.
Actually, I do. It's a tramp stamp.
It's
So every
around
dude
his
that
butthole.
gets behind me will see it. I'm advertising. You're wrong.
Might as well be a bullseye. Anthony Freeman, what's up, dude? He says Jay, Gear, and Norton were divine, but Primal Fear was a true ensemble. Lenny at her best, Mahoney,
True.
McDormand, and Alfred wrecking shop. John Cena's bare ass single-handedly turned me gay. Come on, man.
Hey, dude, you're right. There was a moment of a bare ass in that film with and I gotta admit, man or woman, it was a very well-defined ass.
It's a strange movie
you
to
had
turn
to-
you
you had
gay,
to-
but hey.
Well, you had to look at it, and you're right, though. The ensemble was wonderful. It's like asking, who's your favorite NSYNC boy at the height of NSYNC popularity? It's just hard to pick.
It's like being like, hey, man, Midnight Express really turned me gay.
Well,
When he had a...
listen, yours is Midnight Express, mine's Urban Cowboy. We both have different tastes.
Jay just always wanted to be like smacked up by a man.
Yeah,
like that's what John. John
it wasn't the girl.
Jay was like, I was
gonna be the guy. I was gonna be the guy in the fishnet shirt, and we were just gonna fuck it out. We weren't gonna smack each other around. But just fuck it out. Anyway, Christopher says, "Damn, I'm drunk. I am getting there." But you know what, Anthony? At the end of the day, Primal Fear, maybe it was a little low on my list, but it's an amazing movie overall. And you're right, the cast is more than just Norton and Gear, but they're the ones that.
And here's the thing. I'm gay. Adrian Ibarra says also Nutty Professor, Eraser, The Substitute.
Oh,
Tom
fuck, dude.
Berenger.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tom Berenger's best next to Major League. Fargo, Black Sheep, Don't Be a Menace, Striptease, Joe's Apartment.
Oh yes. Oh God, Joe O'Connell.
I gotta
That's
admit
so
right
good,
now,
dude.
I've never seen Joe's Apartment. I've never seen Joe's Apartment. Never
It's about
watched it.
cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
Yeah,
It's a pig that don't fly.
Oh man, the stupid.
Straight.
I didn't watch that. Set it off, Michael. Fuck, dude. I love that John Travolta movie. God damn it. And Mars Attack. I was gonna put it on, but here's the thing about Mars Attack. I like the movie a lot, but the thing about it, there's so many actors in it. It's overwhelming. Like it's so much going on in that movie. It's almost overwhelming. Where it's like starting a game of Skyrim or Fallout or something. You're like, I don't know where to go.
Let me ask you this though: Michael or Phenomenon? John Travolta.
Michael, hands down.
I'm going Phenomenon. Personally.
Well, of course you
I
will, because you hate religion, and that's fine.
Phenomenon's a good fucking movie though. Like it is a good fucking movie.
Michael says most of them die, Jay. In what? Like
No.
Mars Attack. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like all the celebrities, but there's so many of them that show up. It's just it really is an overwhelming movie. But
It's like that Linkin Park song. It's too much to take in.
But the substitute, by the way, power achieved is power. No, power perceived is power achieved. Ernie Hudson was great in that movie too.
Perfect time for me to bring this up because I've been thinking about it a lot, alone in my bunk, smacking my dick with my left hand.
I was there.
What do you think about next week's stream? Based on all the kiddies going back to school, what do you think about our top 10 movies that revolve around a school? It could be H2O. It could be The Principal. It could be
I see what you're saying.
Child's Play 3, Summer School. Our top 10 movies where the school takes a central part of the plot. I think that would be a fun top 10.
Yeah, you know what we should also do? We should start commentating and reviewing every episode of Beverly Hills 90210, the original.
We should start a podcast.
I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. I would do it. I never liked Melrose Place, but Beverly Hills 90210. I was like, yeah, I kind of.
I would do that.
Shit.
I would do that podcast with you, just like talking, like
No,
deeply break down every
That's
episode.
it. Every episode, and it will only be 30 minutes. We would like get together every 30,
But-
and it would be like one. We would break it down for 30 minutes.
Yeah, like just get deep inside of every episode. Like,
Oh,
what the
dude.
fuck is Johnny gonna do about Christine?
But and first off, did you see Jason Priestley's eyes? Obviously, he's telling.
I would
and,
do
and
that.
Thinking Kelly is lying.
I would do that. But also, are you down with
I-
that? Next
yeah,
stream, top 10
easy.
school movies.
Easy, because by the way, one movie I'm gonna go ahead and shout this out because I guarantee you most people don't think about it. 187 with Samuel L. Jackson is is extremely underrated.
Yeah, but like Scream 2 would count. Like any movie that takes place at a school as a central location, our top 10 of the we're doing that next week. That's what we're doing.
I love
it's gonna be great.
By
gonna
the
be
way,
good.
Michael, Melrose Place was a soap opera. Yeah, it was. I
Party
never
of
liked.
Five, yeah.
I never liked Melrose Place. I never got into that show.
I never watched any of them, but I would absolutely do that podcast with you. I'm not going to lie to you. Nighttime says, did you ever see David Koechner from Anchorman body cam footage when he got pulled over for a DUI last year? I
No.
couldn't help but laugh because it's him. I watched that. I literally watched that. It made me sad.
Oh no, I did see it. No, I did see it. I know who you're talking about. Like the cowboy hat guy.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
like literally. So he was doing a show. He had a show scheduled for a Lexington show. And I was actually going to text you and be like, dude, we should go to this. Cause I thought it's in Lexington, Michigan, not Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
But I love David Koechner, just that little bit extra. And I watched that tape and I actually felt really bad for him because he was going through a divorce and the cops should talk to him. And he was trying to be sweet to the cops. Like he wasn't being a dick or anything. He was just like, yeah, I'm on the tour. I'm on the tour. Like it was bad. Like it made me feel bad for him, but I like David Koechner a lot.
It's like, are they experimenting with new silicone? I've heard that they're experimenting with nickels. Wow.
I would go see David Koechner. AJ Bra says Joker 2 trailer has me intrigued but hesitant. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. No, I'm more on the hesitant side. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know, man. Listen. I'm not totally against. I like Grease. I like musicals. I do. Okay, stupid. All right, fuck you. I wear rainbow colored flag pants. But no. But there have to be certain types of musicals that work. And at first I was like, oh, it's so weird. It might just be okay with Joker 2. But the more I think, I was like, no, man. Just if you're gonna make it fucking normal. I don't need like a wannabe Grease or West Side Story telling of Joker 2. Like, and don't get me wrong, Todd Phillips is a great director. Obviously, he's a good director, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that's a little bit too much.
First off, your camera's fucking with me because it keeps getting blurry, and I understand what it's doing because it's refocusing, and it's a nice shot. It's a good camera, but every time your camera refocuses, I'm like, oh fuck, am I that drunk? And then
It's just your alcohol. But that's it.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Like sometimes your eyes go cross when you've had too much.
The thing about the Joker 2 thing is that the worst thing I heard about it, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the songs aren't even original songs. Like they're going to be doing musicals based on already prolific songs. And I'm like, that's fucking dumb as shit. And it also makes me nervous that in that trailer, as good, I actually thought the second trailer looked really good, but they didn't.
They had no musicals in it.
Right. So it's like with the Crow clips that they're releasing where you don't hear him talk because he's like, yeah, dog, I got back from the Crow. I don't want to fucking I feel like they're dicking us, and I'm scared to death of that movie. I really do think it might suck awfully, but maybe it'll be good.
Well, listen, and it could be great, but you know what it kind of reminds me of is and I never was a fan of the movie. What was that movie we went and seen? We went and seen in the theater. Was it Tom Cruise? Or was it Tom Cruise?
Rock of Ages.
That fucking sucked, dude.
Yeah,
that movie sucked, asshole. And they were trying to make it seem like it was going to be like the next Grease.
Oh yeah, and I hate musicals. I hate them.
Well, I like Grease, and I thought, okay, well, if it's like that, it'll be cool. But it wasn't. Like, it sucked. It was terrible.
It did suck. Michael Parton says Chris O'Donnell's Robin was my childhood boy crush. That makes sense because he was super fucking gay,
and his cod piece was huge.
he was meant for the gays, dude. He really was. Music Man, thanks so much, man.
Hey, thank you, man. That. Holy shit, dude.
The mirror has two faces for the win. Babs is a national treasure. Chalice, wish 42 good luck. He has his yearly heart ultrasound coming up. I don't know what the fuck you just said, yo, but here's the thing. I don't do doctor's appointments because I'm a doctor. You know, if you're a doctor, the way you do your own checkups is you wake up, you have a hard on, you feel your dick, feels hard, feels nice. You're next to a black nurse that you took a nap with in the middle of an extremely busy shift where everyone really needs your help. And but you wake up and your dick's hard and you know that you're healthy. And that's basically the thermometer for men who are doctors. So my dick's hard right now. I'm healthy. I don't need a checkup. You need to mind your own business. And listen, if you have any ex-girlfriends that you can just send my way, I'll have them check my pulse for me in my pants, if you know what I mean. And then we'll watch Broken Arrow together.
I think so, because I'm lonely and I need some company, female.
Mainly because I'm lonely, and there's nothing lonely men like to do more than to have women touch their penis while they watch Broken Arrow together. Dum 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 dum. Say it with me, Loomis. Dum 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 dum.
Go die, die, die.
Dum 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 dum.
You're not a doctor.
Thank you, music man. Adrian, 1997 dips a tad, but 1998 has some more bangers. I can't wait through 1997. Haven't looked at it at all. What is this?
You could be right though. You know what? It's weird for me. Yeah. It's weird for me. Like I always think like 96 was
like Mario's whistle.
Was the pinnacle. 98 might be the pinnacle. Maybe I just get it confused because there's 96 between 96 and 98. The insane fucking amount of movies that were amazing. Dude,
the 90s were the best, dude. They're the fucking best. Gary says if you get a Wham tattoo, it has to be a tramp stamp. I have this one.
Richie W says Titanic. Hey man, you can't knock it. You can't knock that fucking movie. That movie made $1 billion fucking dollars.
Honestly, dude, like, would you get a Wham tramp stamp? Like I might do it. Like, I might actually do it for you guys. Just
the dudes that line up behind me always ask, "Where do I know you from?" The back of your head looks weird.
might as well be a bullseye.
I mean, listen, a tramp stamp. I think that what you should get is the skull with the glasses on it. That would be
right above your asshole.
Yeah, right above the asshole.
Right above your asshole. Speaking of which, we're assholes, and that's the show. That's the fucking show tonight, guys. That is our top 10 movies of 1996. Next week, we will be back with our top 10 movies oriented around a school.
And we also will have a spoiler review for Romulus, or non-spoiler, I mean.
That'll be the week
because we're going to be in the same room together touching nipples.
Yeah. We're going to suck each other's dicks on air. So don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It's actually, that'll be the first time that we've done a non-spoiler review in the same room since Titanic, 1997.
Promises. You better show your ass up here.
I am. I already bought tickets.
Wear no underwear. What time's your showing?
7:30 in the morning.
You lie.
No, well, it's not ready yet. You can't just order it. I mean, you could, but they're not gonna sell out in Malco, dude.
Yeah. But we are. I like that. Let's do that. Let's fucking do that. Let's do it hard and soft and into the night. And
the verse says, by the way, how long are Patreon streams? 3 hours.
3.
Yeah.
And we're doing that Saturday night.
That sounds like, what do you act like that for? He's like, what the hell, liar? Are you fucking Anakin Skywalker?
Liar whore. DJ Gab says my top 10 96. Number 10, Swingers. That's a good one. That is a good one. Number 9, Daylight, as Jay mentioned. Yep. Fear. Yep. Frighteners, yep. Twister, Happy Gilmore, Cable Guy, Independence Day, Scream, like From Dusk Till Dawn. You did good. You did good, kid.
You are invited to the club.
You did fucking good.
Really, DJ, I like it. I mean, that's badass, dude. I like your list. I like it better than mine, actually.
You get to taste my tongue.
Oh.
That's what you get. Come on over.
Thank you, guys.
Come on over, baby.
Christina Aguilera likes it.
We love you guys. Good night. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Woo!